Tonight's meal, tilapia surprise with boiled cabbage. Begin cooking steps 1 through 50 now.
Are you kidding me? Making dinner shouldn't feel like doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. With Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals, the hard part's already done. Pre-chopped ingredients, zero stress. Just assemble, bake, and enjoy. No complicated steps, no mountain of dishes. Try Assemble and Bake today. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes? Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,451. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and my cock. And you are the men's room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has the worst foods in the entire world. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, the men's room shout of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
Drink it drum. All right, here we go as we head to Germany, where 50 sheep wander into the local grocery store.
Yeah.
We head to Times Square, where a pot deal gone wrong that is not worth being stabbed for. Louisiana woman who is naked and thinks she's a mermaid punches a cop. When police tell you your kid is dead, but he isn't, that is quite the shock. And someone needs to tell animals these days to stay off the frozen ponds. Seems like every single day.
Mm-hmm.
That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. Today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us. We will spit cheese. Come on, Ted.
It's the first game of the first,
I know.
I'm excited.
We talked about this. I said, man, I know you're fired up. I know it's our first one of the year. Just dial it back a little. I know you're raring to go, man.
I can't do it, dude.
I know.
Not on the first one.
This is how it's going to be this year. But we'll spin the category wheel, and then, thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
And then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here is where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, as it is the first Big Dummy of the year, we don't have a biggest dummy yet. But we will by the end of the show. Will it be you? Well, it could be. Just give us a call. And off we go on Big Dummy, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration.
To be a contestant to play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Tonight's meal, tilapia surprise with boiled cabbage. Begin cooking steps 1 through 50 now.
Are you kidding me? Making dinner shouldn't feel like doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. With Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals, the hard part's already done. Pre-chopped ingredients, zero stress. Just assemble, bake, and enjoy. No complicated steps, no mountain of dishes. Try Assemble and Bake today. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
With a detailed agent directory you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Looking for a listing agent's contact info? We've got it. The agent with the most sales in your price range? Easy. Specialized agents with all the up-to-date info on your dream neighborhood? We'll know them. A Pisces who enjoys long walks on the beach? You've got other sites for that. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Wix is the website builder that just keeps on giving. It's giving.
I just built my whole site in under an hour.
It's giving.
I actually made that?
Whoa.
It's giving.
Our sales are through the roof.
So whether you need help expressing yourself or just need something to make your life easier, Wix has you covered. Try it out at Wix.com.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,451 with a large. And in charge program we have for you today, guaranteed future repeat. As once again, for the first time this year, we welcome in the head chef, Ted's Meat and Potatoes. You're bringing us the worst foods on planet Earth.
Correct. Top 10 worst rated foods of the world.
The thing is, you have to be either in a desperate situation where you don't have a lot of options, or you grew up on something that for whatever reason
you don't know that everyone else hates.
Yeah, you've somehow gotten a palate for it. But,
most of these are very regional. You're right. You grew up eating them. It'd be hard to convince other people to eat them.
To me, there's just certain things. I'm like, look, I don't know a lot about, Norway, but I know there's not a lot of Norwegian restaurants. And that just tells me probably don't want to eat Norwegian food. If you have good food, there's a restaurant that, right? Indian,
yep,
Mexican,
absolutely.
even Ethiopian,
absolutely.
You name it. If your country is not represented with a restaurant, like, no thanks.
Yeah. And trust me, I'd spent,
that's a good point.
I spent last...
think New York City. If you go to New York City, you name the country, there are 10 restaurants that represent it. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, there's not a Norwegian restaurant anywhere, even in Manhattan.
When I visited my kid in Africa, I had no expectations of the food. And I got there, and I could not believe how good the food was in every country I was in.
What were some of the things you ate, and what were some of the spices they used on the side, right?
Oh, as far as the spices go, man, I don't know those combinations. It's a very unique flavor.
I mean, was it like spicy, like curry-ish style?
No.
Was it?
It was just bright, and it was just fresh tasting, and everything was fresh and good. I mean, the vegetables were good.
I like that. It's bright. I like bright food.
Well, bright meaning like the flavor.
Right.
Like it just pops in your mouth a little bit more. But yeah, some of the food I tried was. But like when I grew up in West Virginia, one of the more popular things. There's a couple things that are popular that I think just absolutely suck. One of them is buckwheat, and they use
buckwheat's terrible.
Buckwheat pancakes. Now, you would get
great character, terrible ingredient.
You would get excited about the idea, if anybody would, of having a pancake. Well, any kind of potato pancake, you name the pancake, it's going to be great. Buckwheat pancakes suck.
Yes.
That flour is absolutely horrible. They have a buckwheat festival in Kingwood, which is not too far away from where I grew up, and they pack it every year, and people go there for the buckwheat pancakes.
Really?
And I'm just like, give me a funnel cake, man. Anything.
I was excited to try a buckwheat pancake when I was a kid, because like a kid, I love pancakes.
And you also know who buckwheat is.
And That was part of it. As stupid as that sounds, buckwheat to me was the characters. You said buckwheat pancakes. I did not expect a pancake with an afro, but I just thought it's going to be something good, something delicious.
Right.
I could not believe how bad it was.
The other thing is, the other thing they had was ramps. Now, ramps grow wild, and they're a combination between an onion and, say, like a garlic type plant. I don't know the deal. But you eat the leaves.
It's related to the onion. It smells awful.
Well, here's the problem. It smells terrible when you're cooking it. And typically, man, if you saute onions or whatever you do with an onion, it's not the smell that kills you. If you caramelize them, they smell delicious.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
If you cut them up, they don't smell bad. They smell like an onion.
They're pungent, but
yeah,
they
exactly.
smell bad.
But ramps have a double-edged sword to them. So not only do they suck when you cook them, a lot of people just eat them raw. But for whatever reason, this plant permeates the inside of your body.
Oh, yeah.
And when you sweat or you do anything, you start to smell, your body just, I don't know, emanates this.
Yeah, you smell like ramps.
It's 10 times worse than the actual ramp itself. I can't even describe it. When I think about it right now, I just get sick to my stomach because I had kids in class. They would eat ramps, and you'd sit beside them like, Jesus, God, dude, like. And it's days.
Yeah, we use ramps as a special one. I don't remember what the full dish was, but ramps were part of this dish. And we're in the kitchen prepping this, and all of us are like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Now, keep in mind, the chef was very excited about this particular recipe because it involved ramps, and it did get people into the restaurants. They're excited to have them, but we realized on these particular days that we're prepping them, he would show up at the restaurant, but he was not actively in the kitchen helping us. And we realized, to your point, why? Because the next day, all of us show up like, "Hey, man, anyone else's bed smell like ramp?" We're like, "Yes."
Everything.
If you sweat to everything we
smells
touch
like ramp.
I've only seen them on a menu once.
There's a reason for that, man.
And the waiter was like, "Yeah, I don't like dealing with it."
So, is there any? Are there any foods on here that are from the United States?
Maybe in the 100, but in the top 10, no.
Okay,
I believe it.
So we don't have any of the worst food in the world.
No, we like to keep it simple and delicious, man. We are not a complicated country when it comes to our ingredients and what we eat. We like what we like.
It's like Vegemite. If you like it, it's good. But I don't have an acquired taste for it. So when we had those Vegemite snaps, the flavor is just like, whatever. But it's not bad. It doesn't make me, jump out of my chair.
I've never met an adult who tried Vegemite and liked it. So I've met a lot of people from Australia that like Vegemite, but they grew up with it.
Right.
And anyone that had never tried it before, I think the best I heard was, it's not as bad as I heard, but that's not a glowing endorsement.
Yeah. Head Chef coming up with the worst foods in the world with the Ted's Meat and Potatoes at 4:30. And today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We spin the category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. We'll get a brand new Biggest Dummy today.
No matter what.
At least for week one, going into to the new year. But we had a 5-way tie. Believe it or not.
Which is unreal, man. And I want to say, 3 of them were in one day toward the end of the year.
I want to say it was 11 questions it took for people to be Big Dummy. So 5-way tie last year on Big Dummy. And every time we play Big Dummy, we like to do another men's room poll. And we start the year off with this one as a story came out about a jail in New York City. Mm-hmm. And they were saying that right now there are 5 or 4 very notable or celebrity-type people that are all staying in that jail right now. Everyone from what's that?
Oh, the president of Honduras.
He's in there.
President of Venezuela.
Or Venezuela. Sorry, Honduras.
Diddy.
Takeshi, 6ix9ine. He's in there.
He just went in there. Yeah, he's fresh.
Sean Combs had been in this prison before.
Right.
There were just a number of people where you go. The guy that killed the guy from United Healthcare.
Oh, right.
He is in there as well. Mangione or whatever his last name is.
Oh, Luigi
Mangione.
I mean, that sounds like a name.
Did you know his dad? Did you know his dad is the owner of a radio station where our buddy works in Baltimore, Maryland?
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, WCBM.
Oh God, right.
So that family,
I knew the last
that
name.
radio station. They own it. So our buddy Drepp actually works for the dad of the guy.
Yeah, I'll have to email him about that.
Exactly. Hey man, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's your insurance provider?
I was about to say, what insurance do they have?
Exactly. That's probably not United Healthcare. But today on the poll, we're going to put you in jail for the weekend. It's the weekend only.
What do you get weekend for? Ted, you had what? The DUI thing? That was a weekend.
Well, right, but that was just getting arrested, and then they left me in there for a couple days, and then I had to go up to the tiers for a night. But certain crimes you get arrested for, and then Sometimes you just have to go on the weekend to serve your time. Then you can work during the week.
Right.
But you got to check in like Friday night and get out, I think, Sunday night. Or
I've known two people that have done that, and neither one surprised. I was more surprised that they were let out to work than I was that they were in jail.
Yeah, a lot of people just go in for the weekends just to make up their time.
It's suspicion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never
But,
convicted of anything.
look, going to jail would have to be absolute hell, but it could be worse.
Again, Ted and I maintain this. There is a big difference. I don't care if I go back to jail. I would care if I go to prison. So to me, if it's just the weekend, that's you're in jail.
Yeah, but that's
prison.
what I'm
It's like you ain't saying anyone.
The main thing is like you get real time at some point. You almost prefer to be in a prison.
Really?
You don't want to be in a jail for like 90 days.
All right, people waiting trial. Or
Why?
something
Is
like
the
that.
facility's not as nice? What's the deal?
Well, just because, right? Like there's no different level. Right, so like whatever
Jail, everybody's in one.
Everybody's in one, and then once they get convicted or whatever, if you go to a prison, there's like separate areas for more, violent people. Or
The
this
guy
or
has
that.
eaten
What if you
people.
murdered someone then?
Well, if you get arrested, oftentimes you're in jail with, like I was in jail with some tough dudes.
Right.
You're there for DUI. The other guy might be there. Suspicion of.
Yeah.
The other guy might be there for suspicion of murder.
Were you the only white guy in the jail?
No. But the only
You got the worst white guy you could possibly have.
the
at your
only other
backup.
two white guys in there were other drug dealers, and I to this day it shocks me, but they were using the N-word freely, and nobody checked them. Nobody cared because they were in the same.
They were on that level, I guess, as far as just
Yeah.
what they were in there for.
They had established themselves.
Yeah.
Ted, did you give it a try? Like, hey guys, let me give it a go.
Who wants this extra sandwich I have?
But I was definitely the only white guy in one of the bullpens, and the guy came in and started talking about the white man putting the white man, and I, whatever the look was. And I remember this one guy looks at me. He goes, "I know you're scared." And I go, "What?" He goes, "I can tell you like to eat. You ain't ate much."
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Things were bad enough.
You have a future as a detective.
Yes, I'm starving.
And then, one night I was just sleeping on the floor. They brought in some dudes who were obviously pretty tough dudes. So the one guy, I wouldn't say full on kicked me, but it nudged me pretty good. It's just like, move your white ass. I want this floor.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What did you eat?
In the morning, you get a couple boiled eggs. Then you get a brown bag. And then lunch is just like bologna and cheese wrapped in saran wrap with white bread.
One sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the bologna. I don't know if there's cheese on it because I wouldn't eat it, but yeah, I saw there was a bologna sandwich and I was like, damn.
I mean, I didn't eat much. And then the other thing, too, is
You
like.
don't get dinner?
It's the same thing, those sandwiches.
No.
But until you get to like a bigger cell, there's not a water fountain either, and you just get that one little box of like grape drink.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most of the time.
Not even grape juice.
Yeah, you don't like, and they're having conversations. There were some actual really nice conversations. Like the one dude was telling me his crimes, and they were very violent crimes. But he was very
Wow.
nice.
But very
Were you
nice.
asking follow-up questions?
I wasn't asking him anything. He was just kind of like, what'd they get you for? And I was like, suspicion this and this. And he's like, all right. And, you just kind of go, well, what about you? Oh, man, picked me up for this assault. And then me and my boy, and he's just talking about drug dealing and beating up people. But again, very nice. Because at that point,
Hell of a guy.
but you're all in the same boat at that point.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just kind of like, all right, I guess I'll be honest.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I couldn't. The only good thing about going to jail for 3 days is, it was the breakfast the next morning. So I hadn't really.
What did you eat?
Went to the Towson Diner with my dad.
That's the place where you tried to dine and dash.
Yep. Got a giant. I remember got a big ass soda, and then I got an omelet and French toast on the side.
Is it the best omelet you've ever eaten in your life?
Best breakfast I ever had.
Best
in my
French
life.
toast you
Best
ever had?
shower. Best breakfast. The only odd part was my dad looks at me and goes, "I have a question for you." I go, "What's up? Did anybody try anything?" I was like, "No,
Dude,
Jesus,
come on.
No.
You're worried I got
Now, were you in there for one night?
I was supposed to be in there for the weekend, but I made enough noise. I honestly think I was just so disruptive, they let my ass out. But also, I had no record, right? So part of their get back at me, because I know the guards didn't like me, but I was arrested for resisting arrest. So I'm like, guys, I'm going to come the F on. But they handcuffed me when you go down to see the commissioner, right? You got to sign some paperwork to get out. So they handcuffed me to this big brother, right? And just the look on his face, I don't know what he's in for, but it can't be good, all right?
Oh, so this is another inmate.
It's another inmate, but
okay.
I had not seen him up until the point that they let me out, okay? So they handcuff you to this guy, and you walk down the hall. So we're walking, and everything's fine, and I'm not trying to make eye contact with this big, giant son of a bitch. But the one thing that he did say to me on the walk down to the commissioner, again, I was a little loud when I was there. He's like, "Was you that inbound making all that goddamn noise last night?" I was like, "I was not, man, but I heard him too." Okay, mine, I was. But I wasn't going to tell him that because apparently I annoyed him, and I don't want to be on the receiving end of whatever his temper might be. So we get down to the commissioner. Now, keep in mind, his right hand is handcuffed to my left hand. I am left-handed. So we get to the commissioner, and the commissioner pulls out my paperwork, and he's like, "Let's see here, Stephen Hill." Glances at the other guy, and he's straight up like, "Ted, you're back in here again, man." And I just thought, okay.
Yeah.
These guys are familiar with each other, so this big dude, I don't know what he's into, but he's been here a lot where it's a first-name basis, and the guy was even kind of disappointed but casual with him. You know, it's like a teacher admonishing you after school kind of thing. So he goes to the crap you have to go through. It only takes like 5-10 minutes, but before you leave, you have to sign your paper. And again, I'm left-handed, so paper sitting there, I grab the pen, and then I realize he's not moving his right arm. So I can't like sign the paper, and he's making it a point, and he's just looking at me.
Not to move his arm?
Oh, yeah. And I was like, come on, man. And he still wouldn't move his arm, so I'm sliding close to the front.
Exactly.
I'm not going to F with this guy. There's zero chance I'm going to do it. So they uncuff me. I am now free to go. This guy still has to finish up with the commissioner. He has a lengthier whatever's going on in his world. I turned around and looked at him. I'm like, "I was that mother effer that said all that crap last night, bitch, after you." But because he's handcuffed to a chair. So there's my moment of bravery.
Did you run the hell out of there?
I walked briskly.
Yeah,
I would say that. And then
but what if you would have run into that guy? Baltimore's a small town in a lot of ways.
All I could think when I walked out, man. Like, because I said it, like, F this guy. And then as I'm walking back out into, like, the real world again, I'm like, if I bump into this dude...
He could work in a kitchen. You know what I mean?
I guarantee work in a kitchen. That, like, 90% of the people working in kitchens have a record. Right? Whether big or small, but they've done something. I'm like, if I bump into this guy again, that will be the end of my freaking life, man. And again, I don't know what he did, but it was much worse than me. And whatever he's into, he did often enough that the commissioner knew him by his first name as soon as he saw him.
It was somewhat cordial.
Yeah, I mean, because it was just, like I said, sounding a disappointed teacher. You know, like, "Ted, you're in here again. God, Ted, come on, you can learn your lesson."
I mean, keep in mind, this jail we're talking about, we went, because you were in North Ave, right? Right, they closed it in 2015, cited systematic corruption and deplorable conditions.
Oh, it was awful.
Like, I knew a guy that did 6 years for robbing banks, and he was like, "Oh, Jesus, man. I did 6 months in that jail. It was awful."
Did you use the bathroom?
Yes.
I mean, are you sharing a cell with someone, or are you in a group?
No, there's a bunch of people in there.
Okay.
And then when I went up to the tiers, because it's Baltimore, so the cells are all filled. And they have these things they call boats, because it looks like a rowboat, and you flip it upside down and sleep on that.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're using the bathroom, you have to use the bathroom in front of a group of people?
Correct. There's like a little
Yes,
wall. So everybody. And the thing is, I was very worried about the shower, but I mean, there was one swole up brother, and he was covering his junk the whole time.
Really?
I mean, almost to the point I want to be like, there's no way it's smaller than mine. Like, what are you scared of?
Hey, bro, it's going to sound weird. Let me see your penis, man.
Right. What are you hiding in there?
Right.
Well, the other best line was like, get my yellow jumpsuit, right? And I go up to the guy and go, "This doesn't fit. And he goes, "It's jail." Just like close the window. Like, all right.
It's jail.
But somebody smoked a joint in the cell. They didn't say anything.
Did they pass it to anybody else?
They did. I did not smoke weed at the time. I was like, in my head, I was like, they're going to charge me with possession.
Could you imagine?
You'd be the guy.
What about the headspace you would be in after that, too? You know, just thinking like, now I'm high, and I mean, now it's really.
But those guys throw a test. A lot of them just don't care. They're just like, well, I could use 3 hots and a cot for a couple weeks anyhow. So it's no biggie.
It's not.
Yeah.
To them, anyway.
To them.
Like, to me, I'm like, that's a big deal.
For us, it feels different. Like, we'll be like, lesson learned.
So you got 4 people, and you're going to be in the cell with one of them, all right?
All right.
For the weekend. So pick a cellmate for the weekend. Our first option is...
By the way, Miles, you need to get arrested sometime.
I know.
You just need...
Don't put it out there.
Yeah, I'm really working on it.
Yeah, just something. Just a weekend jaunt at a bridge.
If I'm not here Monday.
There we go.
First person on the list is Kanye West.
All right.
So, regardless, you know that he would
Let me talk to you right now about something. Please don't.
I don't think he would shut up the entire time.
I don't either. And
so I think that's the problem with it.
The problem is I think I would end up assaulting him. I honestly do. He annoys me anyway, but now I'm trapped in a cell with him. Like, it's just, if he didn't talk, whatever. But I don't think it's possible that he would not just keep talking and
he's
talking.
Punched a ton of people.
Who has?
Kanye.
Kanye?
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's fine.
I mean,
we can fight.
It used to be like every year. It was like somebody would walk up to him and he'd punch him in the face.
I mean, I know the rest of the list. I'm going to take him.
You're going to take Kanye.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got to hear what's
You feel like
left.
you can have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Ted, hey, man, your first couple of albums.
I saw you open up for.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you've always been an opener,
I just
edge him.
It sounds bad, and I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says, but out of the next people you're going to read on the list, I'd rather be in there talking to him.
Wow. Okay.
Number 2 on the list. Cellmate for the weekend would be Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres, which I just think she would be annoying.
I think she'd be annoying, but I don't think I'd want a brutal. Like Kanye, I just feel like, man, for 20 minutes, I'm going to lose my mind.
Right.
Ellen, I feel like you could just say shut up and you would agree to not talk.
Okay.
You don't know. Kanye, it's just impossible. He is not going to shut up.
Next on the list is Will Smith.
I could not do it. I couldn't do it. I can't say I've never liked him. That's not true. I've enjoyed some of his movies. I like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But as we get on in age and I see more interviews with him, even aside from the bitch slap and all that kind of thing, just there's something about him that really, really annoys me.
And I'm not sure what it is.
I don't know.
You can't put your finger on it.
No.
I'm the same way.
He seems like a decent enough guy.
He's had roles that I've liked,
But again, there's just
I don't like his
about
music.
him.
I think his music sucks.
I don't like his music.
Never
but,
liked the Fresh Prince and DJ.
But I don't know. There's something about him just really. What's your beef with him, Ted? Because you're taking Kanye over Will Smith.
Yeah.
Pretentious.
He would just annoy me.
Yeah.
Right. Like he would talk, but it would be, and I don't know that I believe all his stuff. Right?
I don't at all.
About, positivity and this and that.
You
Just
bitch
shut
slapped
up.
the guy.
Well, but hey, he didn't go to jail for that.
No.
He assaulted someone on national television and did not go to jail.
Well, you have to press charges. I think Chris Rock
Chris
should
Rock
let it go.
Yeah.
And finally on the list of Cellmate for the weekend, that would be the lovely Madonna.
Oh, God. I think I'm taking Ellen DeGeneres. We have to do a co-ed jail. I'm going to take her. I just feel like she'd be the quietest. I don't like her, but I feel like you could convince her to not talk.
Our men's room poll, pick a cellmate for the weekend. Will it be Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna? Big Dummy coming up next.
So here's the thing with homemade meals. Eating them is great, but all the chopping and measuring and cleanup, not so much. With new one-pan assemble and bake meals from Blue Apron, you get all the flavor of homemade meals with a fraction of the work. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients, bake in the oven, and enjoy. Shop, assemble, and bake at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Ever see an idea so clearly in your head, but struggle to find the time to get it all done? Wix helps you go from,
I'll get to it.
to
Done.
build a full site just by describing your idea. Let an AI agent handle daily tasks, plan your next marketing campaign, or help out customers so you can grow your business the way you want without it taking over your life. Try it out at Wix.com.
The mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
All right, let's do this. The game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant, ready to play the big game?
Our first contestant is Tom. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hola.
Tom, you still not sober?
Still not sober.
All right, good for you, Tom. Okay, Men's room poll, first one of the new year. Pick a cellmate for the weekend. Are you going to take Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I think Will Smith.
Going to hang out with Will Smith, huh? Okay. Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince, yes, indeed.
I think that would be the one that would annoy me the most.
Really?
Yep.
More than Kanye. More than Madonna.
I could sit there with Madonna.
Really? You could?
Yes.
I couldn't do it.
Will Smith would just annoy me.
Okay, fair enough. Where are you going on this, Tess, or are you taking Kanye?
I'm taking Kanye. Look, he is insane. I just feel like he would be entertaining.
For a minute.
I feel like after a weekend, too, he'd be like, want to do something together? I'd be like, yeah. Yeah, like.
Bring your naked wife.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd hop on a track with him.
What about you, Mike? Where are you going? You got these 4 great options. It's just one weekend.
I know. I really don't know. Hang on. Run down them one more time for me.
It is Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna.
I feel like Madonna. I think that she would be insufferable, but she would eventually click over into, you're just legitimately crazy. Okay.
You think?
Yeah.
I think she just stays at insufferable somehow.
Yeah.
That's just me. Yeah. Well, she might. Yeah. Give me a big hairy mouth hug. All right, Tom, here is your question. Multiple choice. The lumbar spine consists of how many vertebrae? 5, 7, 9, or 11?
I'm going to say 7.
I'll say 5.
5.
5.
I'm the biggest dummy so far.
You know what, Tom? You are correct. Right
Actually,
now,
you are.
our biggest dummy of the year.
Hang up on him.
Such an idiot. God.
Technically, we should.
I know.
Based on the rules of the game.
I know, right?
See you, Tom.
All right, Tom, your question. Who hosted last year's Academy Awards?
Really? No idea. Billy Crystal.
Nice.
Academy Awards. I mean, it's just last year.
The Academy Awards.
Yeah, just last year. When I say the name,
is it Jimmy Kimmel?
Oh, that's right. No, a former late-night host.
Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien, yes. And then you host. It's like such a big deal. It's an honor to do it. In 1 year, no one remembers who the hell did it.
Mike and I are usually so hammered on champagne in my house.
Oh, that's right. Tuxedos.
Or in the limo.
I still need my tie back, dude. Did you ever find it in your apartment?
I hate to tell you, I didn't find it.
Have you ever been to one of those parties before?
What
every year.
An Academy Award party?
You mean like with friends and all
Like,
that?
people get together and they place bets on who they believe is going to win, but they've watched the majority of the movies.
No.
I
to
don't
me,
know how
like,
you can.
It's like you prep. It's like being in a book club, man. You got to read the book, right? But I mean, that's a lot of movies to watch.
And the difference with those movies, like, there's a chance I've seen a movie or two, depending when it came out, but most of the directors that are trying to get an Academy Award, they release them between October and Christmas.
Well,
Like,
also,
I just don't have that time.
one movie also can knock out like 3 or 4 possible,
Sure.
nominations.
The problem is that half of them also are, I feel like they don't come out to theaters until this year.
Right. Like
You know what I mean? Like, you can't watch all the doggone movies. Like, how do I know that that's the best
They're
picture?
already saying the Leonardo DiCaprio movie is going to take a ton of
I think so.
Take
Yeah.
a ton of awards, yeah.
All right, your question. Who founded the Church of Scientology?
L. Ron Hubbard.
You got it, Tom. Nice job.
The science fiction writer?
Yes.
You're still the biggest dummy, though.
Yeah, yes.
You know
Tom
what?
is now
No
the
matter
biggest
what.
dummy. 3 questions to get one right.
So stupid.
206-803-ROCK. The game is Big Dummy.
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Josh, are you sober or not sober?
Honorary first member of 2026 Team Sober.
Team sober.
Yes, the first one
The first sober member?
of this year, yeah.
Well, Tom was sober.
I thought Tom said he was not sober.
Oh, no, he's always sober.
Oh, is he always sober?
Yeah, he doesn't drink.
You said, are you still not sober?
Yeah, you said.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Correct. Sorry. That was my bad.
All right, that's why I'm with throw.
Yeah. All right, Josh, who are you taking for the weekend in the prison there? Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I like older chicks. I'm going with Madonna.
All right.
It is. All right.
See, you say that. I think when we pick you up on Monday, hey, man, I was jailed. You would say, I don't like older chicks anymore. All right, Josh. I mean, look, who knows? Who knows? She'd probably hook you up.
How old are you?
36.
You got a chance.
Yeah, you're right in her wheelhouse, I think.
You really are.
All right. Her and Cher. Mm-hmm. All right.
They
Too
know what's
old
up.
for Bill
They
Belichick.
know what's up. Martha Stewart, all these people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I'm going to do it, man, Demi Moore.
Yeah, plow me, man.
All right, give me a 22-year-old.
All right, here's your question. What is the thin layer of foam on top of an espresso called?
The head.
That was going to be my guess.
Coffee head.
I thought it was just foam.
Crema.
Crema.
That is crema. It is foam. But if it's on espresso, it's crema. If it's beer, it's a head. Yes.
Crema.
All right.
Crema. All right, your question. Gray, blue, bowhead, and pilot are varieties of what?
Say that again?
Gray, blue, bowhead, and pilot are all varieties of what?
All I can think of is Crema Madonna.
Don't
say
think
Crema
Crema
Madonna.
Crema Madonna.
Whale.
Wales.
I gave you a hint.
Yeah.
Ted spoke whale.
I did.
Like Ellen DeGeneres.
Well,
Technically, that would be
not the first time
Dory.
I spoke whale.
Right. I've spoken whale a few times, like, hey, it's the next morning. You need to go. All right.
Still a cheetah?
Your question. What one-named singer had a hit with the awful song 99 Left Balloons? 99 Left Balloons, blah, 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 blah. That song was so stupid.
Well, it charted with two different versions.
I know,
One
the
was German and one was an English version.
And I was like, cool, play them both.
They did.
Oh, I know.
I should know this.
It's okay if you forgot.
I never knew it.
Isn't there a Garcia with this name? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think there is.
That'd be a weird last name for her.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
she's
aware of
German.
that.
She's
but
German.
I'm aware of
Yeah.
that.
It's not Tiffany's American ass. We'll just say Tiffany.
Nina.
It is Nina.
Nina.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there a Nina
I
Garcia?
swear there's a Nina Garcia. Not spelled the same,
I see what you're
obviously.
saying.
I'm sure there is a Nina Garcia somewhere. I just don't know who.
Josh, you're now the new biggest dummy, by the way. Nice work.
So stupid, Josh.
Garcia just not a big surname in Germany.
It's not spelled the same.
Her last name is Kerner.
Nina?
Yeah.
Nina Kerner.
Well, her actually, yeah. I mean, her actual name's Gabrielle.
Really?
Yeah. I Googled her.
Sounds dirty. All right.
I Googled her.
Your question. Which human, and it's multiple choice, which human ancestor discovered fire? Neanderthals, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, or Australopithecine?
Neanderthals.
That's where I would have gone.
I'll say Australopithecine.
Homo erectus.
Oh.
Discovered fire and Viagra.
Did some good work, those Homo erectus.
Yeah, that's why they were called that. They're constantly out of tension. Always horny.
Great army.
It's just,
Had helmets and everything.
oh, yeah. Homo erectus. Yeah. All right, your question. What is the largest island in the Mediterranean? It's part of Italy. Think pizza, mafia. You've definitely heard of this place.
Sicily?
You got it.
Boom.
Nice job. Nice
See,
job.
there you go. Still the biggest dummy.
Here's what say the Rock. They called that.
Rock of Gibraltar.
Well, just Italians. They refer to Sicily as the Rock because Italy is the boot. So it's the boot that kicks the rock.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they call it
Kind of
the
makes
Rock.
sense. Yeah.
Game is Big W 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Bless you.
Hola, bitches!
Jason, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober. Been sober a while.
Okay. Welcome to Big Dummy, Jason. Okay, our men's room poll. You're going to pick a cellmate for the weekend. Are you taking Kanye, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I'm going with Madonna, so here's my reasoning. I'm gay, and not to stereotype my own people, but I feel like that there's kind of a consensus. She's done a lot for our community, so I could probably just be like, yas, queen, get it, and, we'd probably have a really good conversation.
All right,
So-
Jason. She's in there. She's been a big champion, as you say, for the gay community. Now she's horny, and she's looking at you, and you're the only one in there. Now, would you take one for the team and have sex with Madonna?
I mean, if I could perform, sure, see what I've been missing out on, but I'll just tell you from my history, like, that has never been a reality for me.
You just tell them, look,
I know,
do your best,
I know.
man.
What
do
if
the
it was-
best you can.
I mean, if you had to cross the pond, who would it be? Would it be Cher? I mean, you think about some of the people that have been champion.
God, I mean, if I could and if I had to, yeah, I'd probably be Madonna, but I just don't really see that working out.
but at least if you told her that, you'd flatter like, Madonna, if you could get me erect, I would have sex with
That's
you.
what I'm saying. I mean, how it would probably take a lot to get excited.
You guys just got done saying Homo erectus, and I was kind of focused in on the first part of that. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
there you go.
I guess in that I am a homo. sapien, but
Right,
still,
yeah.
if anyone asks, like, well,
But it's the thing. Like, if someone said, "Hey, for $1 million, have sex with Steve," I don't think I could perform.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just don't think I could.
For $1 million?
No.
You still have to get an erection.
Yes, you still have to do
I know.
the thing. I mean, like, I see his naked ass, and I'm going to go, "Wow, here I come."
Ted's already got it unlocked. He's like, yeah, I get you. I understand.
Tax-free?
Right.
Hey, it's a scale.
Yeah.
Sexuality.
Yeah, if it's taxed, half husky.
I mean, I don't even know if I can fight through it.
No.
It's $1 million. Just don't think I could perform.
No.
Well, he's got a good point, though. Madonna did a lot for the gay community. So if there was like a famous gay dude that I don't know. You don't have to do stuff for the straight community. I'm going to stop talking.
Yeah, Steve done a lot of great stuff for the straight community.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't have to have sex with me.
Exactly.
It's cool.
And we don't really have a community. We're just kind of,
Yeah.
we got a lot of places.
We're doing all right.
Right.
All right, there, Trenton. He's going to have sex with Madonna. Your question, what is the capital of New Jersey?
You just gave it away.
Trenton.
Yes, it is Trenton.
Oh, look at that.
One and
done.
Wow.
You just called him Trenton.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah, you told me the wrong name, but that's
Oh,
okay.
for Christ's sake.
But you gave the answer.
That's unfreaking believable.
But you are one and done.
I was looking forward to being your biggest dummy.
All right, what's the capital of New Hampshire? I've asked this like 5 times. Nobody.
I haven't listened those 5 times, apparently.
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares enough to remember. That's my point.
I think I remember.
There you go. I don't remember.
Is it Portsmouth?
It's Concord.
It's Concord.
Damn it.
All right, hey, before we let you go, since I gave you the answer, and yes, it is Concord, New Hampshire. Your question, 50-50. See, true or false, the movie A Christmas Story is based on some short stories originally published in Playboy. True or false?
Never seen it, but I'm going to go false.
True. Believe it or not.
It's shocking you've done so quick.
I mean, think about that. That's kind of fun. A Christmas Story. Oh, everybody gathered around. Yeah, it started in Playboy.
I want to know the story now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Well, it was a Red Rider.
Yeah.
BB gun.
You can tell it was not based on Penthouse Forum.
I mean, you can guarantee in the December Playboy magazine that Santa was going to be involved in at least 5 of the cartoons.
Always. And there was some big-breasted woman sitting on his lap.
Smiling with a corncob pipe in his mouth.
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
Hello, Cody. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Cody, sober or not sober?
I'm sober. Just got home from a run with the dog.
How far'd you go?
3.5 miles.
That's not bad, Cody. How long did it take you?
Probably about 36 minutes.
All right. And, okay, the dog poops, but there's no trash can around. Now, are you just running, swinging that bag of fecal matter?
I judged 2 people way too hard when they're not picking up, so yeah, no, I suffered.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough.
Good enough. All right, pick a cellmate for the weekend. You taking Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I'll jelly it into Madonna.
Madonna.
All right. Your question. What actress played the role of Gracie Law in the movie Big Trouble in Little China? Lieutenant Valeris in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, and Samantha on Sex and the City.
The only Sex and the City person I think I know is Sandra Bullock. No, not Sandra Bullock. Dang it. I'll just go with Sandra Bullock. I forget her name.
Is that Kim Cattrall?
Kim Cattrall.
Kim Cattrall, yes.
Yeah. I think she was also in Porky's.
I believe you're correct.
And she won an Oscar in that.
Yeah.
Was she the mannequin, or was that a different actor?
She was the loud, the gym coach. She was the other coach or whatever at the school, and it was like, she howls. Get her up.
Oh, yeah.
And then, Sex of the City. She was the hottest one. There's always sex scenes.
Oh, yeah. She's willing to throw it. Like, cool. All right, your question. Liberty Enlightening the World was the original name for what landmark?
Statue of Liberty.
Got it. Nice job.
Liberty and how pretentious sounding.
So far, Josh, still the biggest dummy with 5.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Austin. Welcome to the men's room.
Totally get a big sandwich? Oh, gentlemen.
Hola.
Austin, are you sober or not sober?
I am not. I'm sorry, I am sober. I'm getting ready to go trade in some guitars at my music shop.
You have a music shop.
What's your music shop?
It's Music 6000 in Lacey.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
And what kind of set? Obviously, you have guitars. What else am I looking at when I walk into Music 6000?
Can I buy a kazoo?
Absolutely, you can. They have a little bit of everything.
How many kazoos do you have?
In stock, I'd say at any given time, like between 5 to 10.
That's probably about right.
What's the most popular brand of kazoo?
Oh, God, you'd have to ask somebody that actually plays one. I've never even touched one, to be honest.
I'm just going to assume they're near their harmonicas.
Do you sell,
Yeah.
So, like, for kids in band, do you sell any brass instruments and trumpets, saxophones, all that stuff?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And my least favorite instrument, I do not understand why it exists. Do you sell recorders?
Unfortunately, yes, we do. We're going to have to.
Okay. Why? Do you know anyone who can actually play the frickin' thing? The only time I hear it played is, when kids are super little, for whatever reason, that shrill-ass, shrieky instrument's the one they give them, and it is horrible.
Do you have a dulcimer?
A dulcimer? We should have one in the back.
Okay. What's the most expensive piece of equipment that you've got in there? If I want to go in there and buy something, what's the top of the line thing?
Probably. I mean, you could walk out with a full drum kit for about $3-4 grand. We had a custom Paul Reed Smith that recently sold for about $5 grand.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of the inlays.
That is a very expensive guitar.
All right, pick a cellmate for the weekend there, Austin. Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I think I'll take Kanye only because I have a couple like music questions to bounce off him. Like, what's up with that one song that he was talking about Hitler? Like, what's up with that?
You really want to have that conversation with him? I mean, I hear what you're saying.
For a second.
Well, I don't think you're going to like the answer.
Yeah, no. Let me tell you why, man.
I don't understand how he had people in his camp just playing that song. Like, they would just go out to squares and play it.
Only because they're in his camp.
Right.
Yeah, you just figure somebody would do something.
Yeah, I just said, bro, are you sure you want to go? Okay. All right, here is your question. Speaking of music, what song do the Soldiers sing at the end of the uproariously funny, greatest comedy of all time, Full Metal Jacket?
Oh, no, I should know that.
Mm-hmm.
When the Children Cry.
Don't know. I don't know. I'll have to pass on that one.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm. By the way, somebody here, Earl Gray on YouTube says he bets Kenny G can play the recorder.
He can play anything.
I'm saying he can't.
The only people I know who play recorder are other people's kids.
That's why you got to sell them, right? Because all kids have to do it.
And the only people that can play the recorder pretty much is like an elementary school music teacher, right? That's it. And even then,
you use it for a year or two, and then it just gets lost in the abyss.
Why do you think, as a musician, obviously, why do you think they start kids on recorder? Why wouldn't you give them something more useful and less annoying?
Because if it breaks, nobody's really that pissed off.
All right, that's the long and short of it.
Do you sell those tubes like that Jerry plays on Man in the Box or Frampton used to play? Those little tubes you put in your mouth?
Oh, yeah, the voice box. Yeah, talk box.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those things are awesome, dude.
That's wild.
If you have one. I got one for the bass, and it doesn't matter what you play, you have fun playing it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right, your question. Who tore up a picture of the Pope on Saturday Night Live in 1992?
She's passed
Osbourne.
on.
Who did you guess?
Ozzy
Osbourne.
Sinead O'Connor.
Never heard of her.
Really?
You're not missing anything.
By the way, do you sell mouth harps? I'm just looking at YouTube. Those things are awesome.
Mouth harps? Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen one, but we should.
I'm sure you can order anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That
any
mouth-
like accessories, cables, guitar strings, pedals, pick, like whatever you need, we usually have it.
You should gift us the keytar.
A guitar? I got you, Mouse.
All right. See if it's possible to, because to me, a guitar is like sock garters. It's impossible to look sexy and play the guitar.
I'll play Gary Wright's Love is Alive at the Live Night Yachty and Naughty.
Oh, there you go.
I'd say the mouth harp is the firm belief, is the reason I do believe aliens have been here.
The mouth harp.
Right. When you look back.
Not crop circles, not UFO sightings, but
Right,
the
you
mouth
have
harp.
pyramids and everything, but you got to keep in mind, like, you find it in, like, Europe, you find it in South America. Like,
as far as
there's no way all these people would have traveled all these distances. But they all had a version of the mouth harp.
That's good.
Interesting.
Aliens. Mouth harp.
Aliens.
It's right there. You didn't know you were selling alien paraphernalia, did you? All right, let's
We're
see.
not supposed to tell anybody about that.
All right, your question. Ceviche is raw what? Ceviche.
Egg?
Wow. Seafood. Hey, Justin, hang on the line for us, man.
Austin.
We got to go to break. Damn it, Austin, hang on the line for us. We got to go to break.
Damn it, Thrill.
I know.
More
I'm
Big
suffering.
Dummy coming up 206-803 Rock.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
With a detailed agent directory you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Looking for a listing agent's contact info? We've got it. The agent with the most sales in your price range? Easy. Specialized agents with all the up-to-date info on your dream neighborhood? We'll know them. A Pisces who enjoys long walks on the beach? You've got other sites for that. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Ever see an idea so clearly in your head, but struggle to find the time to get it all done? Wix helps you go from,
I'll get to it.
to
Done.
build a full site just by describing your idea. Let an AI agent handle daily tasks, plan your next marketing campaign, or help out customers so you can grow your business the way you want without it taking over your life. Try it out at Wix.com.
New year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. So now, get 2 snack wraps plus fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. For limited time only, prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
When you think about meal kit companies, what do you see? Probably long, complicated recipes and subscriptions you can't escape. But with the new Blue Apron, we're doing meal delivery differently. No subscription needed. Faster, easier meals. And the same dedication to quality we've always had. Shop 100+ meals at blueapron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Uh-huh. Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Big Dummy is the game. 206-803 Rock. We'll have a brand new contestant coming up. In the meantime, we still have Austin on the line. Austin, I got you at question number 4 here.
Oh, question number 4 for Austin. All right. Here is your question. What is the primary diet of dragonflies?
Plants?
It's mosquitoes, isn't it?
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Shout out to
Austin,
dragonflies.
you tied Josh as the biggest dummy. You get one more wrong, we're going to have to let you go. You'll be our new biggest dummy. Yes.
All right, what do we got here? Let's see. The U.S. has shoreline along how many oceans?
3.
Got it.
Look at that.
Wow.
Well done, sir.
But you're tied. Either way.
Atlantic, Pacific, Arctic?
You got it.
Yep. Thanks, Alaska.
Hello, Amy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Amy, are you sober or not sober?
I'm right on the cusp of the two. So
Right on
sober.
the cusp. Not sober.
Okay.
Amy. Okay.
right on the cusp. I
All
had
right.
enough time waiting for my turn.
Okay. Amy, we're going to pick a cellmate for the weekend on our men's room poll. You're taking Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I'm going to go with Ellen, with Thrill.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
How about you and Ellen?
And I just wanted to point out that it's actually it doesn't happen very often, but each four of you chose each of the different choices.
I didn't even notice how we did that. Because, Ted, you were what? You're Kanye.
I'm Madonna.
You're Madonna. Right.
Ellen, and then Mike said Will.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
I think Kanye might get me into trouble, too.
Why?
He says such outlandish stuff. I'm going to be like, go ahead, man. You could say it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm in the cell.
Beat your ass.
Yeah. Then
What'd you say, man?
Hey, can I sing a few of your songs, Steve?
Right. Please do.
Mr. West, I don't think I should go to the lunch hall now.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and stay here.
I don't know any of his songs, so I wouldn't want to sit in a cell for 48 hours with him.
In no way am I defending Kanye West, but he's had so many songs. There's some you probably don't know are Kanye West songs.
I'd almost guarantee it.
I listen to this station, faithfully. I even have Sirius on my car, and I don't even listen to it. So,
No, just in other stuff or...
If you go to the store.
You know what I mean? It's hard. When people are that popular, it's hard to get away from them.
So we were talking about Taylor Swift yesterday. This was in the office, and I said, look, I'm completely indifferent to her. She means nothing to me one way or another. I don't know her songs, and then every once in a while, a song will come out, and they go, oh, that's Taylor Swift. And I go, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But then we were talking.
Agree with you.
But the weird thing about Taylor Swift, she doesn't get a ton of radio play. You hear her anytime you're out in public. You go to the grocery store, she's on. You get in an elevator, she's on the way. But on the radio, I don't hear her. I hear her when I'm just not at home, oddly enough. And I'm okay with that. All right. Amy, here is your question. What country did the first European settlers of New York come from?
The first European settlers of New York come from... I'm going to represent my country and say Greece.
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Yeah, they're Dutch. That's why it was New Amsterdam.
You are correct.
That's correct.
Dutch.
I was thinking of immigrants. I'm sorry. I wasn't going back far
If you
enough.
go immigrants, you go Italian and Irish. That pretty much covers it, right? All right. Your question, which alphabet consists of only 4 dots? Only 4 dots.
Just dots?
Yes, just dots.
Is that Braille?
Oh,
Braille, Amy.
Well
Nice
done.
job. Very good.
I like Ted's charades for Braille. By the way, Ted, when you're doing charades for Braille, you don't have to close your eyes. They're blind.
Most of the time, their eyes aren't closed.
Yeah, they don't just close their eyes.
But I needed you to see that I couldn't see.
I got you.
I see.
Right, I know blind people don't close their eyes, but if I had just been like this, you'd be like, what? So when I closed them and did
That
this,
means you're blind, right?
It's like, I have no idea where I'm going.
Okay, it was Big Dummy 206-803.
Somebody tried to trip me. He thought I was blind.
It's been years since I did that, Ted.
Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the men's room.
Do your girl and your Johnson!
Hola. Oh, Jeff's a good voice today.
You girl and your Johnson.
How you gentlemen doing?
Sober or not sober, Jeff?
Team sober today.
Okay.
None of that. Jeff brings the heat whether he's sober or not sober. I like that.
I know.
Yeah,
All right, Jeff.
Speaking of that, hey, Ted, don't listen to Thrill. If you want to get hyped up for the first big dinner of the year, I say get hyped up. Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go, man.
Jeff,
Oh, yeah.
who are you taking as a cellmate for the weekend? Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
Honestly, for the same reason Ted said, I'm going to go Kanye. It's going to at least be entertaining.
Yeah.
I think we have different ideas of entertainment.
Me too.
I think you would constantly provide information. I just don't know if
I think, honestly, the most entertaining person to be in there with would probably be Will Smith.
You think so?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
He'd probably just start cracking jokes. He'd probably try to break the ice a little bit.
I think Ellen probably would be, only because her main job is a comedian. You know what I mean? So every once in a while, she's going to land something. I mean, like,
Yeah, but she's not on stage at that point. She's going to be standoffish and a jerk.
Miserable.
Dude.
I know. I'm glad she's standoffish.
Smith.
Yeah, look, if I'm in jail, I prefer you be standoffish. But if she is going to talk about, look, Ellen, here's her deal. If you're going to speak to me, make it a joke. How about that? And Kanye, if you're going to speak to me, do not sing. Let's keep it at that.
Right. Keep your beliefs to yourself, buddy.
I can't do that. Sorry, man. All right, your question. Which member of The Who died of a drug overdose first?
I don't even know any members of The Who.
Well, that makes this question very difficult.
Yes, it does.
What are the
Jim
great-
Bob.
No.
I don't know. I
Keith
don't
Moon.
know.
Keith Moon.
Nope, would not have got that.
And John Entwistle afterward.
And he died. It was coke,
Well,
right?
he had a heart attack.
I was going to say, but
I mean, it depends on what side of the fence you want
But
to go
see,
on.
it's like, I don't know. Ted was talking about someone the other day. They were like 103 years old or something. And
Oh,
they
yeah,
died.
101.
And 101. I just made the point. I guarantee you in the obituary, they're like, they died of a stroke. I'm like, well, yeah, they died because they're 101.
Well, you can look.
So with John Entwistle, like, right, you died from a heart attack. You're also doing a ton of blow.
Well,
man.
you could run a marathon. You could run
every-
a marathon, right? And have a heart attack. But no one ever say like, yeah, he died of running.
Right.
No, but every overdose is just, it caused your heart to stop.
It leads to something bad. Keith Moon, the straight up overdose.
Yeah.
You know, like his brain stopped. Right? Like, nah, he did that many drugs. All right, your question. Multiple choice. A gentleman by the name of Roald Amundsen. He was the first person to do what? Reach the North Pole, reach the South Pole, summit Mount Everest, or orbit the Earth.
Either way, it was cold.
Yeah, no kidding. All of these are very, very cold things.
Mm-hmm. South Pole.
Got it. Well job.
How young guys?
That was 1911. He reached the South Pole. Matthew Henson and Robert Peary, they reached the North Pole first. First person to summit Everest.
Sir Edmund Hillary?
Correct. And Yuri Gagarin was
Also,
the
the
first
South
person to
Pole is
orbit.
moved, apparently.
They're both moving.
So where it's staked right now is not the actual South Pole.
Well, it's the problem because the poles themselves move, right? And these guys, they'll plant a flag or put the stake in and do a big brag. And it's like in 30 years, you're wrong. What was the four corners here in the U.S.? What is it? Arizona, New Mexico,
Colorado,
Utah, and Colorado, right? So, and my parents have been there, and they did the thing where you step out of your car, you step in the spot, and you're like, man, I was standing in 4 states at once. No big deal, but it is kind of cool. And then they found out like 10 years ago they were dead wrong, and it's like 20 miles away. For us, all the people that did it before, I'm like, you didn't. You were standing in one state, dude. Yeah.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Happy New Year, bitches.
Happy New Year.
Matt, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Matt, welcome to Big Dummy. Men's room poll, pick a cellmate there for the weekend. Are you taking Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
That's a great question. I'll go Will Smith.
Will
He'd be
Smith. All right.
entertaining.
All right.
Old Willie Smith.
Talk about Earth.
What you know about planet Earth? All right, your question. What tree gives us prunes? What tree gives us prunes?
Is it the plum tree?
One and done. Yeah.
I'll make sure your head's working there. All right, before we let you go, let's give you a 50-50 question. True or false? Hawaii is the only U.S. state that produces coffee. False. Hawaii is the only U.S. state that produces coffee.
True.
California is the other state.
All right.
That said, we still import 90% of the coffee that we drink.
Would you ask Will Smith what the river is that runs through Washington, D.C.?
Absolutely.
Jordan, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober. I'm driving.
All right, Jordan, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, who are you taking with for a weekend in jail? Kanye, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I'm going to go with Will Smith because I want to ask him about that slap of Chris Rock.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
Yeah.
I'm just here to spread positivity and love and bitch slap a mother effer that talks about my wife.
Right. But I can watch my
would
wife.
just want to ask him, okay, well, look, man, it's on tape, all right, brother? So here's the truth of it. When Chris Rock cracked the joke, you laughed. You laughed. You did not get mad or pretend that you were mad until your wife rolled her eyes. Then you took your bitch ass up there and slapped him in the face. So did you think it was funny or did you not? Because your body reacted by laughing.
Wouldn't you slap the guy that your wife is having sex with?
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when you watch the tape, I'm like, bro, you were laughing at the joke until she rolled her eyes and they put the camera on her. Then you got up and did this.
And Chris Rock did the right thing. Who knows how it would have turned out if he really went in on him. But he could have.
What are you saying? What, of course, press
Like,
charges?
No, just he could have sat on stage and started ripping him a new one.
Oh,
Like, I think
God,
Chris
yeah.
Rock has even said it. Like, it flashed through my mind, but then I was like, I'm at the Oscars.
Right, it's international broadcast. All right, here's your question. What is a baby bat called? A baby bat.
A baby bat.
A mallet.
I know this is wrong, but I'm just going to say what the Pokemon is. Zubat.
A what?
A Zubat.
A Zubat. No, any guesses?
A cub.
I don't know.
I'll say it's the same as a baby shark. Pup. It is not called a pup. I don't know why that seems so wrong to me. A baby bat being called a pup. Oh.
Because we think about puppies.
Well, I do. I mean, I think about anything tiny. I don't know. Something about it. It just doesn't seem. They should have come up with a different term. All right, your question. What is the only state that ends with that state's own postal abbreviation?
Ends with a postal abbreviation. Maryland?
Say it again.
It's the only state where the last two letters in the state's name are also that state's postal abbreviation. Miles, you grew up very, very, very close to this state.
Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Makers of KY jelly. They're going to call it Kentucky jelly, but hey, grab some of that Kentucky jelly, girl.
That's where family members hold.
Yeah. Right. Only works people of close relation. All right. What is another name for fugu? Fugu. F-U-G-U.
F-U-G-U.
Mm-hmm. It's a food. Well, eventually it becomes a food.
Sounds like what Mr. T eats.
Fugu. Eat some of the tea of fugu.
I don't know, a fig?
I don't know. Blowfish. When you eat it, it's fugu. I believe it's just blowfish when it's in the ocean.
Isn't that the one that's really dangerous? You have to have a trained chef.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been Hootie and the Fugu.
I don't know.
What? I like that name better,
Hootie
man.
and the Fugu.
I would be more inclined to want to look like Hootie and the Fugu.
Next time we get Darius Rucker in here, we'll pitch it to him.
Come on, Darius. Hootie and the Fugu, brother. Hootie, come on, man. All right, your question. What does the substance melanin control in the human body?
Melanin. Shoot. Does it have anything to do with the eyes or its skin?
It does have to do with the skin. What specifically?
Pigmentation?
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah, your skin color, essentially. Okay. That's all it is, yeah.
Yeah, to say, we don't have any. You do.
Oh, yeah, I got tons.
Yeah,
If you got to
I got
borrow
none.
some, well, you'll lay out in the summer, try to catch up. But otherwise, if you need it, man, I got melanin.
Davis Big Dummy, 206-803 round.
That's what I started to give it. I'm just like, I want to be like, Seattle, 3 of us in the studio.
Pasty.
Hello, Joe. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, Bichola.
Hola. Joe, are you sober or not sober?
I am still not sober.
Good for you, Joe. All right, man, men's room poll picking a cellmate for the weekend.
Madonna.
Madonna.
Damn Skippy,
All right.
I'm not scared. I'm going there.
All right. All right. Lucky Madonna.
Give you a machete.
Yeah.
I read your terms.
They need a weed whacker to get there, but hey. All right, Joe, here is your question. What South American animal is the world's largest rodent?
capybara.
One and done.
Damn.
Great job.
A big brain on you. All right, before we let you go, let's see here. True or false? A saguaro cactus, like the ones you see in Arizona, right? A saguaro cactus can grow up to 10 feet in 1 year.
I want to believe that's true.
Not only is it false, but believe it or not,
15 feet.
For hundreds of years, so I'm going to say false.
Oh, well, in that case, it is false. Believe it or not, it takes a saguaro almost a decade to grow 1 inch.
A decade.
To grow 1 inch.
Wow. Damn. That's crazy. More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803.
Tonight's meal, tilapia surprise with boiled cabbage. Begin cooking steps 1 through 50 now.
Are you kidding me? Making dinner shouldn't feel like doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. With Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals, the hard part's already done. Pre-chopped ingredients, zero stress. Just assemble, bake, and enjoy. No complicated steps, no mountain of dishes. Try Assemble and Bake today. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes? Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Rock.
This is the Mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
We're going to get Yachty and Naughty at the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Live night is coming up Friday night, February the 13th. Everything you see from the Daily Biggs Morning Show to the men's room, absolutely live. The band's playing the yacht rock hits.
Oh, yeah.
Barbershop Quartet also probably maybe doing a version of their own.
Not only will they be there, we are currently working on a production, if you will.
Okay.
You know, a performance.
I see what you're saying.
For the people that are going to be there. You know, once in a lifetime opportunity to see both shows come together.
That's right.
To put on an acting performance you will never forget.
And you will be a part of the live studio audience as well.
Yes,
and be involved in the shows. Tickets are on sale now, KISW.com. Everything live. Commercials, music, all the sound effects, everything. For one night only. All right, the game is Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK. Who is our next contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, sober or not sober?
Sober for now, Miles.
All right, Justin.
Sober for now.
Sounds like you're going to work on it later.
I will. I got men's room IPA in the fridge.
Oh, good for you. Thank you, brother.
Nice.
In the bright yellow can. All right, our men's room poll. Pick a cellmate for the weekend. Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
These are all terrible choices, but I guess I'll go with Will Smith.
Will Smith. Okay. He's doing pretty well.
We'll let him know. All right, Justin, here is your question. What color is the little engine in the children's book, The Little Engine That Could? Of course you know, Mike.
What? Is it actually red?
Is it blue?
He is blue.
Blue.
Yes.
Needed the money.
Blue. Oh, man, I thought it was a trick question. Should have gone with my gut.
What is it that he could do? Well, get up the hill. Was that his story?
The little engine.
I think I can.
Yeah.
You see that guy?
Yep, he is.
He's not related to Thomas, though.
No. Well, actually, it's his fifth
I
cousin.
think
but
they're
it's-
all related.
Well, they're all trains.
Yeah.
Just as the trains, you think they're related?
Yeah.
We're
Well, I
humans.
guess you're right. We're all
I'm just
humans.
saying.
We're not
With the
related.
little engine that
you're
could needed
very
some help.
judgy.
So somebody had to pull the train a little bit.
Did he get help or did he do it
He get a
himself?
push, I think.
Did he?
I don't think they pulled him.
He was just I think I can, right?
Yep.
And he's trying to go up the
trying
hill?
to get up that hill.
Okay. And then he did.
Pretty sure.
Well, I guess
I don't think he went all the way back then.
He did.
Because then, the book would end horribly.
They didn't do the follow-up book when he derailed. It was terrible stuff. All right. Your question, in the computer world, how many bits are in a byte?
Byte. Is that 8?
Boom.
Got it. Nice
8
job, Jesse.
bits,
Very
one
good.
byte. Yeah.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Kyle, are you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
I'm sober while I'm driving home.
All right, Kyle. Thank you for doing that. Okay, pick a cellmate for the weekend, Kyle. You going with Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
Will Smith.
Golly. All right.
We're going to get his ass in prison so he can have all this company.
He might be able to do it on his own.
He's working on it. All right, Kyle, here is your question. How many gallons are in 1 barrel of oil?
56.
80?
42.
42.
Seems like it should be more, doesn't it?
We're going to find out.
I was way too confident about that wrong answer.
Yeah, but, confidence goes a long way, man. All right, your question. What soft drink once used the slogan, quote, the choice of a new generation?
Is that Pepsi?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
You got it. Nice job.
A new generation. Should have said the choice of black people in the South.
And West Virginians.
I think they'll ask for a Coke, but you get a Pepsi, because Coke down there does not mean Coca-Cola. It just means a brown soda. So, yeah, let me get a Coke, and you get a Pepsi.
Well, that's weird because Coca-Cola's home base is Atlanta. So
and everyone there's drinking
you think
Pepsi.
they would dominate.
You would
But
think.
I feel like generally they would say, like, we have Pepsi, and you go, that's fine. But I always ask for a Coke. I never said soda, or unless you were getting an orange soda or something.
Well,
But
Pepsi made a conscious decision to go after the African-American advertising.
They absolutely did.
Yeah,
right, but I'm just saying,
it worked.
But I just feel like, when
Can I get a Coke? And then they'll say, we have Pepsi.
And you go, okay.
But then with that, it was like, all right, so if you order a Coke and they have Pepsi, what is the Sprite equivalent? Because it's
7-Up.
7-Up, Pepsi's.
So now it's Starry.
Yeah, they probably have changed it.
Yeah. Starry's like, I don't know if
lime.
7-Up is still there, but that's like Pepsi's new, like, Sprite.
Okay, yeah. It always gets, because I'm always like, I don't care. It doesn't matter that much.
Well, it's Starry. Good for them, man. Last year during the NBA All-Star game, they put in a lot of advertising.
Did they? And it worked?
Well, yeah, because Sprite was always aligned with, like, the NBA and stuff.
Absolutely. Obey your thirst. Show them my motto. Hello, Thomas. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Thomas, you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
I'm sober right now.
Okay. Thomas, our men's room poll, you're going to spend a weekend in jail. What celebrity are you going to have as a cellmate? Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I'm going to have to go Kanye West.
Kanye West.
There you go. I'll be there with you.
All right.
You'll both be miserable together. All right, Thomas. Okay. Here is your question. Which Italian city is the namesake of a pasta dish with meat sauce? Which is what I call my spermatozoa, meat sauce.
I got to think of an Italian city.
Or
think of an Italian
pasta dish with meat sauce. Yeah.
Meat sauce.
How about just a pasta dish?
At this point.
Oh, man. All I know is vodka. That's it.
Okay.
Bolognese?
Bologna, yeah.
Or bologna.
Sure. Lasagna.
Bolognese is delicious.
There's probably a town named Lasagna.
There might be. I mean,
every food that they have, there's every cheese that they have.
Yes,
there's a mozzarella, there's a parmigiana, there's all those places.
Dude, I told you, my buddy a couple years ago, he made a homemade bolognese sauce.
Yeah.
And the next day we were watching football, and we made homemade pizza.
And used the bolognese sauce?
Yes.
How good was that?
It was so good.
God, it's a brilliant idea, man.
It almost sounds like cheeseburger pizza.
It does. Which also, not bad.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What do polyandric women have more than one of? Polyandric.
I feel like the fact that it's only women have more than one of this kind of narrows down the number of things that it could be.
So when you get the answer, you'll say sort of.
Okay.
Any guesses? Oh, wow. Phone dong.
Thomas don't want to play no more.
Any guesses on the polyandric?
Uterus.
That's where I was going with it, but I also know that didn't feel like the right root word.
Right? I originally thought it had something to do with the sex organ or whatever. No, she has more than one husband. That's it. I know it's almost a
That was
letdown.
polyamorous.
That's polyamorous, but that can be male or female.
Oh, this is just for the ladies?
Just for ladies. If she's polyandric, yes, she has more than one husband.
I meet more people that have two wives than I do that have two husbands.
Where are you hanging out?
Fair call.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I want to go
I
to
see
that.
what he's saying, though. I feel like it's more common to hear about dudes with more than one wife than it is to hear about women with more than one husband.
Because you have some guys get the religious license to pull it off.
Right.
Right. So you're like, hey, man, this is how I grew up. We can
Not
do
to
it.
mention women are putting up with too much of us to want to.
I can't look, man. I got one wife. That's more than enough. You know, like when you're a little kid, you're like, oh, if I could have 7 wives. Don't. Why would you do that?
No. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Dummy!
Hello, Colby. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Colby, sober or not sober?
Sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy. All right, Colby. You got to pick a cellmate for the weekend in jail. Taking Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
Going Kanye.
Going Kanye. Kanye's coming back.
Looking at the YouTube chat line here, and who is it? At Rockaholic says, I'm Mormon, so I know that one, the polyandry. But, but I didn't think Mormons did the multiple wives thing.
Mm-hmm. Anymore?
Well, offshoots of...
I was going to say, I know there's offshoots. I know there's offshoots that do, but I thought in the Mormon religion specifically, either you can't or not supposed to, whatever. Or is that a...
No. They were famous for it, and then recently they've been like, no, we don't do that anymore.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Right, wasn't that the thing? Brigham Young had like this giant bed because he could fit 50 women or something.
Again, I know it sounds great.
And I can't drink on campus?
Brother, if I had that many wives, I'd be like, no, we're going to drink.
No, look.
Booze.
If you can have 50 women in bed, I can have this Budweiser.
No doubt. You went Bud, really?
Well, whatever.
Of all the things that you're going to
Actually, a Budweiser. Yeah, I had Budweiser the other day. I was like, this is delicious.
Really?
Yes. It was on draft. A Bud on draft is hard to beat.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I've had a Bud on draft.
Not a Bud Light, a Budweiser on draft.
Yeah. I'll give it a
It really is. I mean, it's in that category of an original Coors.
Sure.
Or a Miller High Life. It's kind of got that, just nice lager taste to it.
All right, your question. What state did the movie Deliverance take place in?
Oh, shoot. Let's go New York.
Georgia. Or if you ask anybody else, West Virginia.
Everybody, I grew up believing it was West Virginia because that's what I always heard. And I want to say you were the first person to go, no, that was not my home state. It was Georgia. In which case, I'm like, still makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Your question. Where were coins with the letters CC on them minted?
Colorado.
Corpus Christi?
Corpus Christi.
I can't speak today.
Carson City.
Carson City. That makes more sense. And I've been there.
I didn't know they had a mint.
Yep.
Neither did I.
They got a lot of things there, boys.
Yes, they do. They got an In-N-Out burger, and they got an In-N-Out brothel.
In-N-Out brothel.
I've heard of Philadelphia. Where's the other one? San Francisco or
Denver?
How many brothels do they have?
What, Carson City?
There's the Bunny Ranch and the Love Ranch, which are like connected.
All right.
Those are the two I've been to. There might be a few there.
Is one better than the other?
The Bunny Ranch is just the most famous.
For sure.
Generally, you kind of have, I guess, more famous women there, and I think some of the adult actresses would go there. But there's some real hot women at the Love Ranch.
All right.
Kid Cascus Ranch, the Love Ranch, the Sagebrush Ranch, the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
Right, because most people think, remember, it's not all of Nevada. It's just certain counties.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, typing it in, it says there are no legal brothels within Carson City limits because it's illegal by local ordinance. So they're just outside.
Correct.
Yeah, that's it. It's like the fireworks stands or whatever the case might be, right? Just cross the border. There you go. All right, your question. Of the 7 colors of the rainbow, which color is in the middle?
Yellow.
Orange?
Green. Orange is number 2, Miles.
Okay. All right, Colby, question 4.
All right, which car brand's logo represents an airplane propeller?
It's going to be BMW.
You are correct, Sal.
Nice work. Nice work.
Indeed.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Rochelle. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Rochelle, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy. All right, Rochelle, you're going to spend a weekend in jail. Who's your cellmate? Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I'll go with Ye.
Kanye West.
All right, Rochelle. You can ask Ye this question while you're in jail with him. In 1947, what pilot broke the sound barrier?
I have no idea. Trying to think of a name of a pilot. The Wright brothers. I don't know.
Is that Chuck Yeager?
Chuck Yeager.
Yeager.
He's a West Virginia guy, isn't he?
Yeager bomb. That's where I fly into. Yeager International. No, regional airport.
That's an international, huh?
No, not international. I mean, if Chuck Yeager would have come down for space and landed, maybe.
All right, your question. What fast food chain marketed a meat-scented cologne called Flame in 2008?
Burger King.
Got it.
Dude, I know that one.
Well, they're flame broiled.
That's exactly it. I love that. I wonder how that sold.
Hey, Miss, did you see where, what was it, Bed Bath & Beyond? Who canceled their meat candle?
Oh, did they cancel
Because it smelled so bad? I can't remember who it is.
What did they think?
It's one of those kind of stores. And they basically said, like, they had, like, I don't know, meat and cheese candle or something.
God almighty, dude.
I was like, no kidding. Really? Shocking. It smelled so bad.
I can fathom, like sometimes I'll use, like, a Christmas cookie candle around the holidays.
Right.
You get, like, sweet-smelling stuff.
That's different.
And as much as I love the smell of, like, fried chicken or something, like, I don't want it as a candle.
Didn't KFC do the fried chicken candle last year?
It was a log, wasn't it, that you could throw in your fireplace?
Yes, it was. It's like the Yule log that smells like fried chicken. God damn. Hello, Dave. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola. Dave, are you sober or not sober?
Sober. I'm out here delivering flowers.
Oh, nice. Who gets flowers this time of the year, Dave?
There's always somebody that dies, and there's always a birthday or an anniversary.
All right, that's a good point.
I like that you chuckled after somebody always died.
Do you know the difference between the bouquets? Could you just look at them and know what this is going
this person's dead,
this
or
is a birthday. This is
this guy's in trouble.
This is a romantic night, anniversary. This is a dead person. Okay, like if you gave your wife one of those wreaths of flowers, like that's on a stand.
She's got to know you
for the
stole.
anniversary. It looks like she's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, a dozen roses, somebody's getting laid, and white lily, somebody passed away.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right, so there are tells. Okay, pick a cellmate for the weekend, Dave. Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
Will Smith worked for me, so give us a chance to catch up.
What do you mean he worked for you?
His first job, he was a broiler chef at York Steakhouses. You had a few of those in Baltimore. You may have eaten that. And he worked at Plymouth Meeting Mall in Philly, and I needed help at my restaurant in the Northeast Philly store. And so he and a couple of guys came over and helped me out for a couple nights.
Wow.
Really?
That's a crazy story.
Yeah, he was in our company newsletter. He had just put out his first CD, and it was getting traction, and he wasn't around much longer.
Yeah, I bet he wasn't. Huh. Did not expect that phone call today. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here's your question. On what piece of clothing would you find an aglet? A-G-L-E-T, aglet.
A jacket.
That's your shoe, right?
It is your
shoelace thing?
It's the plastic tip at the end of your shoelace. Yeah. Technically, you could find it on a jacket, Vanessa drawstrings, right?
That's what they say. It could be on a lot of stuff, right? Like hoodies.
Right. But they always specifically say at the tip of a shoelace.
All right.
That's all. But you're not wrong. All right. Your question, what part of your body is spasming if you have the hiccups?
Oh, boy. Your stomach?
Esophagus?
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm. Oh. I haven't used one of those in years.
I get the feeling you're going to know the answer to this, but what beer calls itself the champagne of beers?
Miller High Life.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
Man, I did not, Ted, I know you're a fan too. I did not see those, the big ones for the holidays. I don't know if they did that this year. Remember they used to do the champagne size
it was
bottles?
like a champagne, bottle full of High Life.
Oh, did they?
High Life. Perfect thing to bring to a party.
It really is.
I mean, seriously, because you don't have to spend a lot of money for it. You know.
And everyone's happy to
Yeah,
see it.
guys can actually drink it.
Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Hey, Miss Big Dummy, 206-803.
Hello, Dwayne. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Dwayne, are you sober or not sober?
I'm not.
Okay. All right, then.
I'm not.
Dwayne,
I am, but I'm fine.
Okay, pick a cellmate for the weekend. You taking Kanye West, Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, or Madonna?
I'm going to go with Madonna for 2 reasons.
All right.
She looks pretty wore out, so she's either going to sleep or her brain's so addled she's going to tell you really inappropriate stories like some old grandma.
Okay.
All right.
That's my thought on that. So I either get peace and quiet or I get entertained.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Just hope you're right.
Yeah. Yep.
I just want to see if I can be the first white guy she's ever slept with. Other than Sean Penn.
Does he count?
Not really.
And she was married to the director.
Oh, the guy from England.
Guy
That's
Ritchie?
Right. Guy Ritchie. That's right.
We had a boy. What'd you name him? Guy. All right, your question. What was Sleeping Beauty poisoned with?
It was an apple, wasn't it?
See, that's what I thought. Who's the one who went down with the apple? Was this No.
That was Snow White.
Snow White. She had the apple. Because I went apple. It's not an apple.
Sleeping Beauty touched the spinning wheel.
The spindle.
The spindle,
Yes,
yeah.
indeed. The spindle.
Well, I'm not into Disney movies, so.
Yeah, I'm not either. But now I know that.
Sleeping Beauty getting her grubbers on everything that ain't hers. What's this?
It's poison, bitch.
Is she the one that lived with all the 7 perverts?
That was Snow White, yeah.
That was Snow White.
Oh, okay.
Dwarfs, dude.
What was Sleeping Beauty's deal? Like, what's the whole thing? Why did her story matter?
Sleeping Beauty is where Maleficent comes into it. So the thing is that when Sleeping Beauty was born, the king and queen didn't invite Maleficent to the party. She came in, she's like pissed. She's like, "Yo, guys!" And so she puts a curse on the kid. She's like, on her 16th birthday, I'm going to curse her.
This started because she was not invited to the birth party or whatever.
Yeah, because they invited everybody. Bring the kingdom, just not her. And then she showed up like, "Yo, you think word doesn't get around?" And so she's like, "No, I'm cursing your kid." And then 16th birthday.
You should write Cliff's Notes for Disney movies.
I could.
Because you sum it up very nicely. Yo! Yo, what's up with that, man?
Disney for dudes.
How to poison your kid. All right. Wonder why they didn't invite her.
That's right.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, here's your question. What 3 animals are mentioned in the Dr. Seuss classic Green Eggs and Ham, which is a shockingly long book?
3 animals. Is there a fox in there?
There's a fox, because you won't eat green eggs and ham with a fox or in a box. That is one.
Fox in a box. Boy, I don't know. That's been a while. Kids are old now.
Look, he won't eat green eggs and ham with a fox. He will not eat them in a box. He will not eat green eggs and ham with a mouse. And he will not eat them in a house. And finally, he will not eat green eggs and ham with a goat. Not even on a boat. It's that simple.
And it's 135 pages long.
God, and you just repeat this crap over and over. That's the one with the kids. Like, can you read it again?
That's why I like
no.
Good Night Moon's quick.
It's real quick. And
Get you out.
I just told my kids at the end. My wife told me I should not have said this, but I read Good Night Moon, and I'd heard of it, but I'd never read it before. Then we have kids, and I read this. I looked at my daughter, and I'm like, this woman's crazy. I'm just letting you. Like, why would you say that? I'm like, when you walk around and say good night to your socks, I'm like, nothing good is happening in your brain. That's all I'm saying. All right, your question. Who was the first Boy Scout to become president?
Oh, boy. I've heard this one. Boy Scout. Was he an Eagle Scout, Miles?
You know what? He was not. I actually looked it up because I was curious. He only made it to Star Scout.
Oh, I'm better than him then.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. Better than the president.
Yeah, you're doing better than him. Look at you now.
Like how recently?
It wasn't. Was it?
Well, he was
60 years.
Oh, wait. Was it Kennedy?
There you go.
You got it.
Yes, indeed.
That makes sense. He was a Boy Scout.
I did. Well, he brought up the whole presidential fitness thing and all that. But yeah, I looked it up. He made it to Star Scout.
I think the first Eagle Scout was Gerald Ford, but I'm not sure.
Really?
I believe so.
Why do you know that?
Because I was in the Boy Scouts, and they tell you that kind of stuff.
Did you know that, Mike?
There was some president out there that was in our lifetime that was the
He
Eagle
did
Scout.
make Eagle
Yes.
Scout. Okay.
Head Chef coming up with the worst foods in the world with Ted's Meat and Potatoes on the way at 4:30. And we've got your emails up next from the men's room at KISW.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
New year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. So now, get 2 snack wraps, plus fries, and a medium soft drink for just $8. For limited time only, prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
So here's the thing with homemade meals. Eating them is great, but all the chopping and measuring and cleanup, not so much. With new one-pan assemble and bake meals from Blue Apron, you get all the flavor of homemade meals with a fraction of the work. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients, bake in the oven, and enjoy. Shop Assemble and Bake at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Uh-huh. Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
The worst foods in the world, coming up with the head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
And we'll jump right into the birthdays, brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Our amazing son Rocco is turning 19. We are so proud of him as he continues toward a bright future. So please have Mickey and Goofy tell him what to expect and what to avoid as he enters college. Thanks, guys. That from Paul.
Well, gosh, you're going to college now, and old Goofy knows that the answer to those two things is exactly the same. What you can expect is your first venereal disease, but the thing you want to avoid is your second venereal disease.
You know, Mick was going to say the same thing. You'll be swimming in a sea of pee. Don't forget to wear your raincoat.
Mick says that all the time.
Oh, my God. Guys, this is Red Baron from Des Moines. Since I don't have any trustworthy friends, I'm emailing myself. Today is my 56th birthday. I'd like some advice from that pillar of men's room society, Coke Ted, telling me what I should do this weekend. Love the show and thank you. That from Eric, Red Baron.
All right, your 56th birthday. You know who else wore 56? Lawrence Taylor. You know what Lawrence Taylor loved? Cocaine. What do you do for your 56th birthday this weekend? Cocaine. Seems pretty simple to me. Don't forget to hydrate on Sunday, as you're going to feel depressed and terrible.
You nailed it with Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the guy used to do coke during games.
That's why he's hyped up.
Hold it, gentlemen. Here we go again. My husband Paris's birthday is today. He is 69.
Nice.
He loves sharing his day with Elvis, David Bowie, and Shirley Bassey. He'll be the first to tell you. Can he get an Obama drop the beat, a bong hit, and the Dirty Germans advising him on how to welcome in this 69th birthday tonight? From his loving wife of 30 years, Jackie. Thank you so much, Men's Room, for being there with us for 20-plus years. We love you, Jackie, a.k.a. The Jackster.
Drop the beat.
Yeah, this is obvious. If you're turning 69 years old, then tonight you want to celebrate by doing the 69 positions. So that when you look up, you can see the Jackie Cracky.
Yeah. So then after that, you go with the oops approach.
Yeah.
What is the oops approach?
Yeah, I cannot say that here.
Yeah.
But you're like, oops, wrong spot.
Yeah, you'll slap us away with, oops, my bad.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob. A couple extra emails. I love this one. Epic fart at the Fog Hat gig. Guys, in the late 80s, early 90s, my band Lickety Split got a chance at fame when we were booked to open up for Fog Hat. The venue will be familiar to older listeners. It was Natasha's, a former skating rink in Bremerton. It was a complete dive. One of the urinals in the men's room was missing, and a garbage can was sitting in its place, and people just peed in it. Still, we were really excited to open up for such a legendary band, although they never spoke to us, spent most of their time on their tour bus in the parking lot. We opened the show, and our set went great musically. No issues there. But our bass player, Jay, who was known for eating meals of half a cabbage and a pound of hamburger, regularly often ripped the most horrendous farts in our band room, and we'd have to air the place out before continuing practice. Well, Jay didn't hold back for a while. While we were up there on stage, rocking out. As I was singing, I caught a whiff of a fart that could have woken the dead, and was most certainly one of his. What happens next was that it took a slow ride from the stage and out into the audience.
Oh.
As it made its way back, you could see exactly where it had reached. Row after row of people got this twisted up look on their faces. Some pulled their shirts up over their noses. It was one of his worst ever, even compared to the time one of his farts made our guitar player puke. We were never invited to play with Foghat again. But it was an epic show for us, as Jay's fart was that night. Cheers, guys. That from Mike. And I'll read one more. Let's see here. I had to share this one based on the question. Back when I worked retail, I was primarily head cashier, always on the front lines. We always had our share of questionable people coming in on questionable substances, trying to return stolen items for what I would assume is more drug money. Anyway, one day, one of these said people was in my line and was waiting patiently. I needed a manager to assist in return. While waiting, one of my coworkers, on break, got in line behind this chick. He knew what she was up to, so he slid a bit closer and let out a rumble. She turned around briefly and then back to me. She scowled, asked about my manager, assured maybe she was still coming. During the wait, my coworker, tired of dealing with these people daily, slipped out another, slightly louder, which was met with another nasty scowl on her face. And finally, a third good fart for my coworker. She snatched up her items from the counter, loudly proclaimed, "I don't have time for this," and stormed out as quickly as she stormed in. We always had fun looking for creative ways to get these people out of the store because they were just in there to steal or cause problems. This was another one of those epic times. Thanks for all you do and being the greatest radio show in Seattle.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you. Thank you, folks. Now, frankly, I think we just exited maybe the best time of year for food.
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
You had Thanksgiving, and you have the Christmas holidays, and even around Christmas, man. Especially, like, Christmas dinner, fine.
Sure.
But even just to get-togethers, or maybe you go out for a meal with a friend or a family member.
Yeah. Eat a little bit more decadently.
Right. Like, I feel like December is really the month you're going to go out and eat a bunch of stuff. Really good food.
Agreed.
So today I have a list of the 100 worst foods, rated foods of the world. So basically, there's a website, Taste Atlas. They ranked 100 grossest food in the world based on almost 400,000 online reviews from tourists.
Okay.
Miles, I was wrong. I misspoke earlier. There is definitely an American one on this list. But let's go through some of the American dishes that made the top 100. I don't think anybody would be shocked by this one. Tuna casserole came in at 73.
Agreed.
Yeah. There's no reason.
I made me cry. I come home from school and what's for dinner? Tuna casserole. And I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, right, with the egg noodles and the cream of mushroom.
Peas.
Yeah.
But just
We
the
had it as a
idea of
kid.
heating tuna in a can, you can really still taste the metal. So the metal flavor really comes through.
Chocolate-covered bacon came in at 76.
Really?
Never tried it.
I have. It's great.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I get the point of it, but I don't. I'm fine to have them separate.
You ever had deep-fried bacon?
No.
Yes. It's breaded?
Yeah, it was just, I was like, this seems like, it seemed like too much.
Yeah.
It's like
I
fried,
remember you
fried
saying
chicken breading on top of bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Chicken a la king came in at 82.
Is that the can of cream of soup, too, with chicken?
Something, yeah. And then chicken Reggie's. Wriggles. Chicken Wriggles.
I don't know if I know that.
It's a pasta dish in upstate New York.
Google this. Chicken Wriggles. I'm assuming they spell it with an R.
Iggles.
Okay.
Iggies.
Oh, Riggies. Riggies?
Yeah, Riggies.
Yeah, this looks like it's a spicy Italian-American pasta dish from Utica, New York, featuring rigatoni pasta, chicken, and hot cherry peppers, and a cream and tomato sauce.
It doesn't sound bad in theory.
I guess it's just not good, but yeah, it sounds like
There's a couple things on this list that sound okay, but they didn't make it. Also, shout out over in Utah, they have frog eye salad. It's a pasta salad made with custard, Cool Whip, and canned fruit.
Oh, God. Come on, Utah. Don't be so Utah.
All right, so number 10 on the list, worst rated foods of the world, artichoke salad in Greece. They boil artichokes to make them tender, then cut them up and add lemon, mustard, garlic, and dill.
Now, look.
Doesn't sound bad.
They even say that here. Go, look, it doesn't sound that bad, but the rating was just 2.2 stars.
I don't like artichokes, but I know people do like artichokes. And to me, that sounds like if you like artichokes, that sounds like it'd be a decent dish.
I like artichokes in certain ways. I mean, honestly, the best way to have an artichoke is to...
Artichoke dip. It's the one way I can
steam it. Yeah, and then you get like a bowl of butter, and it's almost like eating crab meat. You like pick it apart and
yeah. I mean, people that like artichoke, I mean, they absolutely
I love them.
Right,
I love them.
I just don't.
Artichoke dip, artichoke hearts, a whole steam one.
There's just a certain limit for me on artichokes. Like sometimes you get an artichoke, like crab and artichoke dip, and it's like there's no crap.
That's my issue with that, right?
And then but I mean, I do like them. And then sometimes, like I don't know, like I said, for some reason I have a weird thing with artichokes. I have a limit.
Okay.
All right, number 9 on the list was sour curry made with fish entrails.
Oh.
If you don't know what entrails are, that's internal organs. Mm-hmm. Traditional dish in southern Thailand.
I will avoid that one.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just here to look.
Yeah, I'm just window shopping.
My daughter did say when she lived there that there was some very interesting foods. She tried a lot of them and did like some, but there was a lot that she just could not stomach.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I struggle with internal organs.
I do too. Now, did she struggle with the food because she knew what it was, or she just didn't like the taste?
She would try, like, for an example, at the street fairs, she would eat all the bugs.
Yeah.
That they serve in like a popcorn
and
bag.
They don't taste like much.
They don't taste bad. She was like, you could stomach those, but it was just some of the dishes that were more like main course dishes.
Yeah.
That were harder to swallow.
Here's the American one to make the top 10, and I don't really see what's so wrong with this. The ramen burger. The buns are fried ramen noodles, and it's a burger. A chef in Brooklyn came up with it.
It's not that it sounds bad. It sounds pointless, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think it'd be bad. I'd just be like, just give me a burger.
I remember one of them specifically, stinky tofu.
Oh, yeah.
Why is it stinky? What makes it stinky?
I don't know. It's just called stinky tofu.
But
apparently it tastes like it smells.
Okay.
Now, here's one. There's an English guy I follow. It says Bosch a lot. He eats these, but my buddy, Rob, who's moving back to England currently today, he told me he lived in London. He said he's never seen anybody eat them, but jellied eels.
I've heard of it, man. I've never, and I have no interest in trying.
It's an old school street food in England dating back to the 1700s. The flavor is described as unique and unpleasant.
You know, I just pulled up a picture of jellied eels. If it tastes as bad as it looks, it is not good.
Well, I like eel. It's barbecued.
Sure.
A ton.
I like a lot of things that are barbecued, but man,
right.
I mean,
not jellied.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chap ulele. It's a Chilean bread made with potatoes and flour.
How bad could that be?
Again, doesn't sound that bad.
Because I love a potato roll.
Sure.
Hawaiian rolls are made with potatoes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got to be just...
Or maybe they just make it sweet somehow. But either way, it's close. It's in the same family.
It's got to be something weird with it, either texture or just bland taste.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it. It looks very plain. Maybe that's
but like the potato roll still has like the normal
bread consistency.
Bread consistency and bread stuff. It's like I don't.
Maybe the fact of the matter is it's a roll, and typically rolls are good. And so when you have one that sucks, you're like, what the hell?
It might just be super thick. So the basic recipe: 2 pounds of red potatoes, a half pound of flour, little baking powder, some salt, butter. That's it.
We go back to Thailand. Deep fried silkworms, seasoned with salt and pepper.
Thank God they added that.
Yeah.
I mean, you fried them,
right?
So that's got to be good.
Yeah, how bad can they be?
Thuro, what were you saying earlier in the show? You never see a lot of
Norwegian restaurants.
Correct. That whole area, right? Nordic countries. They're big on this list. They've got Sved. Just half a sheep's head, boiled and served with mashed potatoes. Traditional dish in Iceland.
You're right. The Nordic country, not represented some lake. You go to an international food court.
That's what I've heard about people who go to Iceland. And, it's beautiful there and all the scenery.
The women are beautiful.
Yeah, everything's very nice, except for when you need to eat.
Correct.
Yeah, apparently that's you lose weight just vacationing.
I say the pickings have to be slim in Iceland.
Yeah.
Now, this one's from Sweden. Again.
Here we go.
I don't understand how this one made the list. What's it? Karlsgrove. It's a calzone stuffed with French fries and full hamburgers, including the bun. Sounds like something America would come up with.
It's not U.S.
But it's on a menu at a restaurant in Sweden.
Maybe they don't know how to do it right. Because even though I would give that a shot, I would try it.
But again, it depends. Like when I go to Mexico, I realized if you order a hamburger there, it is not the hamburger that you get here. It is beef. It is on a roll. But where we do ground beef, they take these big hunks of steak, essentially. just kind of glue them together. But it tastes different. The consistency kind of sucks, so you have to be real specific.
Okay.
So,
and I don't know that I want a bun inside my calzone.
It does seem a bit much, a little thick and heavy there.
Yeah.
But that said, I don't know that it would taste bad. I mean, it's French fries and a burger. It's just inside of a calzone.
Mm-hmm. Now we go to Finland. Blood plot. Dumplings with reindeer blood.
Jeez, guys.
Sweden and Finland. They like this one.
Wasn't that what that boudin is? Just a blood-filled sausage?
No. Boudin is like rice,
sausage
spices.
wrapped
There's some sausage.
Sure there's no
in
blood
it?
in there?
There might be, but it's not the primary ingredient.
Okay.
Like when you look at boudin, it looks like, if you cut boudin open, it looks like a sushi roll, but where the fish would be, it's meat.
All right.
Right, and there's rice.
Just a bit of boudin, man.
I love boudin.
Just
I
a
told
bit.
Mike. He's going down there in the next few months in Baton Rouge, so you got to get some
Oh,
boudin.
dude, get boudin. Seriously.
Then number one on the list, again, from Sweden and Finland, blood pancakes.
Oh.
Pancakes made with onions, spices, and reindeer blood. They're popular in Sweden and Finland.
And
The
nowhere
average
else.
tourist rate of 1.6 out of 5.
Don't they have any fish? You know what I mean? Like they got a...
How about the meat?
I mean, crabs.
I
you're
do
cold water. You could get like a big halibut.
I know.
What are they doing?
Well, you want to eat other stuff. And I like blood pudding. I just don't know if I need blood in my pancakes.
Thank you, Head
No.
Chef. We appreciate it. Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Maybe you like cooking. Maybe you don't. Either way, the new Blue Apron is for you. Because along with our classic meal kits, we're offering new pre-made and one-pan meals to help you get dinner on the table fast. And now there's no subscription needed, so you can just order and enjoy. Do delicious food your way. Shop 100+ meals at blueapron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
At Homes.com, we do whatever it takes to get you the in-depth info on local schools you won't find anywhere else. Things like student-teacher ratio, test scores, and school programs. And sometimes that requires attending school recitals. So many recitals.
That's my son. Isn't he terrific?
Yeah, a real prodigy. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Ever see an idea so clearly in your head, but struggle to find the time to get it all done? Wix helps you go from,
I'll get to it.
to
Done.
build a full site just by describing your idea. Let an AI agent handle daily tasks, plan your next marketing campaign, or help out customers so you can grow your business the way you want without it taking over your life. Try it out at Wix.com.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, kind of it's 5:08. We'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Hang on. Oh, all right. I got this. According to research, ending the use of popular GLP-1 weight loss drugs could trigger dramatic weight gain.
Yeah.
I guess it actually trigger the weight gain.
So that's the thing is that they cite what's it called? Basically, behavioral changes as the more long-term success method.
Right.
So
yeah, absolutely.
So that's all they're saying there is that it triggers the weight gain because as soon as you're off that drug, you're still going right back to the bad choices that led you to where you were before you got on them.
That makes sense.
I mean, yeah. I think it can go both ways. I think some people just take it for the rest of their lives.
Sure.
Right? Same way you would take
And there's the answer.
Well, same way you would take like a cholesterol or blood pressure pill.
Exactly.
If you do one more thing, though, I mean, it'll stick. If you just change your diet a little bit.
Right.
Like when I did steroids, I was in college playing football, right? I got injured. They gave me steroids to repair it. I was hobbling around the locker room. I lifted more and worked out more with a broken ankle because I knew I had steroids in me. So I'm like, man, I can get buff off this. At least I'm going to try. You know, I can do curls. Something.
Yeah, and that's really what it should be. Is for, you know, as long as there's nothing chemically wrong with you, that if that's the way that you're going with it, that's the way that it should do. Like, hey, you know what, let's just supercharge this thing and get down there. But then you still do need to make those behavioral changes, those lifestyle changes that keep you down there.
That's the difference.
If the drug is the only thing keeping you down there, like you're not changing anything about what it is that you're doing. Yeah,
exactly.
once you're off of it, you're going to shoot right back up there.
I mean, because of Pedialyte, I keep drinking.
There you go. You know, the crash diets were the same thing. I saw many people go through crash diets. Look at me, I'm losing weight all over. It's like, yeah, but you're miserable. But it's only for 90 days. Well, guess what happens at the end of 90 days?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, much to the dismay, a surprisingly large group of surprisingly large group of Stranger Things fans, there was in fact no secret episode released this week.
I don't know if you had to explain it to people. There's a new one coming. Why do you think that?
Right.
There's not.
Because basically
there was there was something in the show, and then on Christmas, right, Netflix was like, get what's next or whatever. But again, it's Netflix. It could have been, I don't even know what they announced today. It could have been anything.
I have no idea.
But those Stranger, like, right, because I was talking about earlier this week at TV Time, and like, they were like, well, this happened or that happened, so it's got to be.
Right. And it was a finale, so there was a lot more questions than there were answers. There was a lot of chapters of that book that got left wide open that never got answered. And then the directors of it, the creators of it, once they heard that people were kind of theorizing that, like, there's going to be a secret episode that's going to be released, they didn't dispel it immediately.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so that fueled it.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden, everybody's all disappointed. Like, guys,
how many disappointed? It's called a finale.
How many times are we going to go through this that no matter what show you're watching, if you enjoy it, the last episode's going to suck?
Yep. And it's just how it is, man.
Or it's got to end with death.
Yes.
Right. So you know.
Right. And the truth is that the last episode of the show is just like every other one. It's just you wanted it to be better.
That's all.
The last cookie in the box is not going to taste better than the rest. It's going to taste like a doggone cookie, and then the box is gone.
Yeah. And then you're disappointed.
Hey, this one didn't taste the greatest. It was all building up to... No. Due to fences, Kenya's wildebeest migration is down by 90%.
They are delicious.
Really? You had a wildebeest burger?
No, I had a steak.
You had a wildebeest steak?
Yes.
Nice. How did it taste? You said it was delicious. Is it kind of like bovine? Is it like...
No, it's not fatty at all, obviously, because they're wild.
Sure.
But it doesn't have a gamey taste. But it's very tender. Really? So I guess maybe closest thing would be not buffalo, but
well, no wonder lions
maybe
eat
elk,
them.
maybe, something in that realm.
Right, because like bison, I like bison burger or beefalo, but you got to mix it with beef, right? Because Thrill and I had those bison steaks. It was like, we're just eating meat.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of flavor.
You described it best. You said it tastes like meat.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wasn't bad. It just...
Yeah, it's not bad.
Whereas like a steak kind of naturally with the fat has some more flavor.
Okay.
I don't know why they put those fences up. I guess it's a property thing.
Probably. It's odd to me that a wild animal has tender meat. I would think being in the elements, being out on your own beat, doing all that kind of naturally tenses the meat.
Also, I can't believe an elephant or some other animal didn't take that fence down. A rhino, if you want to get through there,
wait for it. It depends on the elephant, or depends on the elephant. Depends on the wild animal. Like the wildebeest, they're on the move a lot.
Yeah.
Right? So that makes sense that it's leaner.
But the buffalo are huge in a herd. I just can't believe they haven't mowed it all down.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, you look at, like, cows.
They're not doing anything.
Right.
They're chilling.
They're just not doing anything.
What you think of gaps on Jen? Time for the Merriam-Webster Word of the Day. A noun brought to you by the letter G, and I've give you guys a 95% success chance. I will be sorely disappointed if you guys get this wrong. A G word, which is a soup thickened with okra pods and containing meat or seafoods,
Gumbo.
Usually vegetables.
Yeah.
Gumbo, Ted, you nailed it.
You got it.
That's one thing. That's another thing that I need to get. I want to get good, authentic gumbo.
You're going through Baton Rouge.
The only gumbo that I've ever gotten is the Campbell's Chunky Soup version, which I understand is...
But it's good, right?
Cheap imitation. It was still fantastic. It was one of my favorites. I love the jambalaya and I love the gumbo. But now that I'm looking at it, like, I want some real dog.
You're going to get both of those then.
Yeah.
Both of those dishes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
etouffee.
Etouffee. A new study found that the next generation is lying about their finances to make themselves more desirable.
Well, we always have.
People lie about everything to make themselves more desirable.
They do.
What they make?
Yeah.
It's to make yourself more desirable. Look, you make yourself more desirable at a job interview. You do it on a first date, right? I mean, like, come on.
But it's...
I mean, they use filters on their pictures. It's understood. All of that, it's a sales pitch.
I'd prefer if you fudged the truth versus just straight up lying about it.
No, I agree with it.
Much like, well, that's gonna come to light at some point.
It will, but they're trying to get laid.
They are. You know what? To be fair, if that's all the admission is, just get laid.
It's to get laid.
I make $100 million a year.
Right. And you get laid.
But I think it's different if you're going to like settle down and be with somebody. Then you can't lie about it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Future. But right, if you're just trying to get laid, like, I don't know, make $1 million a year.
Good call. Ted, what day is it, buddy?
Thursday.
You're right. It's World Typing Day.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Yay.
The Men's Room Top 10.
For whatever reason, when I looked at the daily holidays, that one just kind of stuck out to me because I thought, you know what? I guarantee you I can't find 10 fun facts about typing. But I was wrong. So here's some 10 fun facts, basically about keyboards, about typing, and all that. It's going to be fun. So starting at number 10, Steve, I know that you know this one, so I don't want you to say it. But Miles and Ted, the pound sign, as it were, the number symbol on the keyboard, what is that called? Anybody? Do either of you know what that is actually called?
The pound symbol. I always just knew it as the pound symbol.
The hashtag, right?
Yeah, the hashtag.
But it does have a name. And we've done it on Big Dummy.
Yes, we have.
I know. I've heard you say it. I've heard you answer it. I don't know it.
I'll give you guys a hint. It has to do both with the number 8 and an athlete / town in Pennsylvania.
Jim Thorpe?
Octothorpe.
The
Octothorpe. Okay.
The Octothorpe. Which, why is it 8? Looking at maybe it's
because there's 8 different points, right? So there's 8 points on it, and the guy that created the symbol, believe it or not, was just a big Jim Thorpe fan.
Gotcha.
Honest to God, that's why he called it the Octothorpe.
Okay, I love it.
And I'm embarrassed that I know that.
Okay, the most used buttons on your keyboard are the E and the space bar. Does anybody know what the third most used button on average on your average keyboard is? It's behind the E and the space bar.
I'm going to guess Enter.
Enter, not a bad guess.
Or Shift.
Shift, also not a bad guess.
I'm going to go R.
R, okay. Ted.
S.
A lot of people make mistakes, and they use the backspace.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
The backspace.
Use it all the time.
10 fun keyboard facts. In the First World War, the word typewriter was used as army slang for a machine gun.
Really?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Well, it depends how you type. Mine would have been...
Hair Club, too. I remember.
Was he a slow typer?
I remember not just a slow typer, but a heavy typer. I literally stopped by his office one time.
Oh, he does, yeah.
And I said, like, how many keyboards have you gone through? Because I walked by and it was...
God, you're right, man.
Very heavy hand with the haunted pack.
You learned on a mechanical keyboard, didn't you, man?
Did you ever send an email where you weren't angry?
Yes.
Everything he typed, and you'd be like, great job. But if you hear him type it, you're like, oh, man, somebody's in trouble.
The world record for typing the English alphabet on a keyboard from A to Z was set by a man in India. How fast do you think that he did it?
26 letters, I'm going to say 13 seconds.
13 seconds.
I'll say 3 seconds.
3 seconds, Ted.
I'll split the difference, say 9.5 seconds.
Miles, you were the closest without going over 3.37 seconds.
Damn.
Like, I think I've done it. I think I've done it in 11 seconds.
I don't even know if I could do it that fast.
Because they're all over the place. Like, I could do it.
Well, if you use the keyboard the way it's designed, you should be, in theory, you should be able to do it quickly.
Sure.
Right, because everything's about being within reach of the 8 anchor fingers, blah, 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 blah.
Right. Exactly. Wait, pardon me. The average speed is 40 words per minute. Most people type around 40 words per minute with about 8 mistakes per 100 words.
I think I'm probably about there now. I never thought I would be, but because everything is done on computer now,
right,
you realize you have gotten, you don't necessarily type in the quote-unquote proper etiquette way, but I realize I can actually type pretty fast on the keyboard now.
I still put my index fingers on F and J, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm with you.
That's why there's a little button there, a little knot.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I hover over top, but
same thing with the little nub on the 5. Same situation.
Huh.
Put your middle finger right there on the 5, and then you can just type any one that you want to without looking. And it's funny that they actually put on here, you can touch type without formal training. People develop their own efficient methods to type without looking. And I actually did. I had one program when I was growing up that kind of taught you how to type without looking. I did it for a little bit, and I learned kind of like what you're saying, Miles, where you put your index fingers on the F and the J, and then you kind of go from there.
You're not supposed to look at the paper.
Exactly. That's how in typewriting class in high school.
I had it too.
That was the dictation. That's how they did the dictation. You had to
Right.
look, and then you had to see how many errors you made or how close or off you were once you finished the dictation.
And then I dropped it it felt like a decade, maybe 15 years. And then working here at some point, I was like, I have typed so much on my phone through text messaging and whatnot to where now I know where these buttons are. And so I just started getting after it, and I just taught myself how to type, and I think I'm down to like 35, 33 words a minute, something like that.
That's pretty good. I got up to 60 when I was in high school, but we were taking the class. All right, so, and as soon as the class was done, I guarantee it dropped. But on our final exam, the typewriters we used, the letters, they weren't marked.
Oh.
So if you knew what you were doing, it shouldn't matter, which is the theory, right? I did not do great on that.
Well, our boy Tim's studio, the keyboard that's over there, that's kind of the same situation over there. There's a handful of buttons that are just completely erased over there.
Yeah. I used one of those computers in-house, and I was having a really hard time because they had worn out.
Yep.
So one of the salespeople turned in a laptop.
Mine.
That they couldn't see the letters anymore.
Oh, no.
So then I got to do a Zoom call. I get this laptop and look down like, oh good God. So I'm typing all these passwords and crap. Get in this meeting. I'm like, you got to be kidding.
Yeah, like I keep my hands in the right spot, but I'm not positive. Like I can type a little bit without looking, but I feel like I still glance down.
Sure.
I always do.
Which hand is used most when, on average, while you're typing your words? Left or the right?
I'm going to guess left.
56
RESA.
56% of all of your keystrokes will be used with the left hand. Even though most people are right-handed.
EASTRD. I mean, those are your Wheel of Fortune letters there.
Does anybody know which city was the birthplace of the QWERTY keyboard?
What's the QWERTY keyboard?
Look down at your keyboard.
QWERTY.
I mean, Rochester?
I was going to guess Rochester as well.
I'll say San Jose.
Not quite so far east there, boys. It was in Milwaukee. And they actually host QWERTY Fest every June, a weekend festival celebrating the anniversary of the invention of the QWERTY keyboard.
Do you know how much ass is there? QWERTY Fest.
You're just getting laid.
My
You're
God.
getting laid every night.
Yeah.
Keyboards, Miller Lite, and Harley Davidson.
Straight.
QWERTY Fest.
And cheese.
Fun keyboard facts. Back to that same keyboard there. The longest word that you can type with your left hand.
Abracadabra?
Stewardesses.
Oh, okay. They're flight attendants, dude.
True enough.
Yeah, update your list, sexist.
I'm going to say this wrong. Polyphony? Polyphony? Polyphony for the right hand.
Polyphony, I guess.
Right.
I only have one girlfriend. I'm faking it.
You're polyphony.
Do you know what's
I'm a polyphony.
You're polyphony. He's a phony.
What's the longest word you can type using only the top letters on the keyboard?
Ooh. I actually knew this at one point. Power. Pouty.
Typewriter.
No kidding. It's
typewriter is the longest word you can type using only the letters on the top of the keyboard. Yep.
Fun keyboard facts. Did you know that your keyboard can contain more germs than a toilet seat?
Cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's why
I don't even want to. I bang them out every once in a while and just look and see what falls out. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
I won't say who I used to share. It used to be in our old building.
Yeah.
We all shared one studio, so we have two separate ones now, and we would follow the morning show, and I will not say whose computer I shared mine with, but every once in a while, I'd bang this thing out, and all kinds of food particles and peanuts and all this, but the one that killed me was a piece of sausage fell out. And so I went to this person and just said, hey, man, look, I understand you in the studio. There should not be sausage in the keyboard. Can you just turn your head when you eat?
I don't know how old the equipment was in that studio, but I remember those microphone condoms also looking terrible. We've been here for 10 years at this point. This guy still looks almost as new as the day that we got it, save for just a little bit of
the other thing.
lint that's all over.
This same person clearly talked when they still had bits of food in their mouth.
Yes.
And I would look at the mic condom and I'm like, just don't make your face touch it. And we were doing something, and I remember it brushed my lip.
Kissed it.
And it just bugged me, man.
Because it's crusty, man.
Dry ass pieces of peanut and whatever else.
And then I'll leave you with this last and final fun fact about the keyboard. At least you walk away learning a little bit more here. When you hit the space bar, 6 million people in the world just did the same thing.
Cats.
I did it first. Damn it.
Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Ever see an idea so clearly in your head, but struggle to find the time to get it all done? Wix helps you go from,
I'll get to it,
to
done.
Build a full site just by describing your idea. Let an AI agent handle daily tasks, plan your next marketing campaign, or help out customers so you can grow your business the way you want without it taking over your life. Try it out at Wix.com.
Police in Britain broke the news to a couple parents that their teenage son had unfortunately died in a car crash.
Oh, God.
But there's a little twist to the story, Miles.
What was the twist?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast a fortune teller in Thailand. So as the story goes, there was a woman who saw the fortune teller outside of a temple and agreed to pay for a reading. And apparently this guy does it through tarot cards. Now, the 38-year-old fortune teller, as he drew her cards, he had bad news. He told her that he saw bad luck ahead. Well, of course, she wanted to know what the bad thing would be, and he explained, it's not like death or anything, but apparently you're going to lose a valuable item in the near future. And he said, of course, he could prevent it for an extra fee, but she wouldn't pay that. So she went on her way, but a little while later, she realized that he was right. Her iPhone was, in fact, missing later that day. Yeah, she went back to the fortune teller to explain, hey, it seems that what you said is true. I lost my iPhone, and I'm pretty effing sure you're the guy that stole it. Now, naturally, he denied having anything to do with it, so he did another reading for her. He said, look, the reason it happened is because I'm good at my job. That's a quote from him. But the prediction came true, and he even described what the thief would look like. Well, it turns out other people kind of overheard this. They stepped in, and then they dug through a box that the guy had beside him, and guess what? They found her phone. Yeah. She called the cops on that same phone. No word on the exact charges he's facing, but he's not wrong.
He predicted it.
I mean, he just said, look, you're gonna be missing something valuable. And he was right. So in a sense, well worth the money.
He's not really telling he didn't see the future because he made the future.
He did, because he saw it. He knew that in the future she was going to discover that she lost something valuable. And it was true. It was hours later when she realized that he stole her iPhone. But he wasn't wrong. Either way, we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bijola.
All right, it's going to contest on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
With a detailed agent directory you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Looking for a listing agent's contact info? We've got it. The agent with the most sales in your price range? Easy. Specialized agents with all the up-to-date info on your dream neighborhood? We'll know them. A Pisces who enjoys long walks on the beach? You've got other sites for that. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Ever see an idea so clearly in your head, but struggle to find the time to get it all done? Wix helps you go from,
I'll get to it,
to
done.
Build a full site just by describing your idea. Let an AI agent handle daily tasks, plan your next marketing campaign, or help out customers so you can grow your business the way you want without it taking over your life. Try it out at Wix.com.
Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes? Homes.com. We've done your homework.
99.9 KISW. Text the men's room at 206-803-ROCK.
TV Time with Ted brought to you by Xfinity. Give them a call, 1-800-XFINITY.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone on Profile This is played?
Oh, I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Brad. Welcome to the Men's Room. Oops, my bad. Hello, Brad. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
All right, Brad, you understand how this here game is played?
Yep.
All right, fantastic. You have a choice today of one of 3 categories. Today, we offer you interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. Bite me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, license to spill, where you guess the substance responsible for creating the mess.
Oh, bug.
Just eat it. Get yourself an egg and beat it.
All right, a handful of customers shopping at a Walmart in Biloxi, Mississippi, they discovered something hidden inside of loaves of bread that they had purchased, prompting the store to remove the suspected product from shelves and local police to open an investigation. Store management told Biloxi police that they received complaints from a couple of customers after the objects were found. Now, when employees inspected the remaining inventory, officers said they discovered additional objects placed in the packaged loaves on the store's shelves. Walmart removed all the suspected bread from the store and asked customers who purchased the loaves to inspect the bread and report any issues. Well, police confirmed reports that there had been no arrest and no immediate reports of related incidents, but investigators are still treating the items as potential evidence and are working with store personnel to determine how the items came to be concealed in the bread. So in other words, they think someone intentionally did this. So the question is, what do police believe someone intentionally was hiding inside of the bread? Was it razor blades? Was it baggies of meth? Was it peanuts, being allergies and all? Or was it feces? So razor blades, bags of meth, peanuts, or feces?
I don't know. What do you think, Ted?
said it was in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Biloxi, Mississippi.
How many people found them?
They just said, and it's literally a quote, a couple of customers complained. But when the cops got there and started looking at the rest of the bread, not all the loaves, but a certain number more also had these things in it.
I don't know why, but maybe it just seems like a weird way to deal meth to me. So I'm going to say meth. You got to go to the bread aisle and get certain bread to get the meth bread.
All right, Ted, I'll join you.
Yeah, where do you get your meth bread? I mean, your white bread?
I'm going with meth.
You're going with meth as well?
Well,
it's meth sweet.
It's got to be in the white bread.
The meth.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I mean?
What was someone putting in the bread there? Was it razor blades, bags of meth, peanuts, or feces? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
So here's the thing with homemade meals. Eating them is great, but all the chopping and measuring and cleanup, not so much. With new one-pan assemble and bake meals from Blue Apron, you get all the flavor of homemade meals with a fraction of the work. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients, bake in the oven, and enjoy. Shop Assemble and Bake at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.
Just got a new puppy or kitten? Congrats. But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign-up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes?
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Categories Bite Me on profile. This we have Walmart customers down in Biloxi, Mississippi finding something in loaves of bread.
Yes.
And then they went to investigate the situation, and they ended up finding more of the same object. Question is, what was in the loaves of bread? Was it razor blades, bags of meth, peanuts, or feces?
Now, Brad, you agreed with Miles Montgomery. You agreed with D. Ted Smith. All 3 of you did meth for the big sweep. Just so you know, you're not alone. People on the YouTube chat, everyone seems to think it is methamphetamine, because why the hell not? It's Biloxi, Mississippi. It was not methamphetamine.
Wow.
Nor was it peanuts. Nor was it feces. Old school, straight up razor blades.
Damn.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's definitely somebody trying to.
Yeah, and the woman that did it, she has since been arrested. And when you see her mugshot, you go, oh, she looks exactly like someone that would put razor blades in bread.
All right.
Now for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmys,
Fallon Kittle,
Colbert,
Steven,
Seth Meyers, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title. These guys have teams of talented writers helping them come up with monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Sad news for Canadians as whiskey Crown Royal may move production out of Canada and move it to Alabama. Boy, are those employees in for a surprise.
Seth. Smith. Is Alabama where they're thinking about going?
Yeah.
Wow. They got bought by another world company.
Oh, is that what it is?
They were,
Disagio?
Yeah, what was it for us?
But they were also saying that everything that was going to be produced here was just going to be sold here. Like, they were still going to keep a production group up in Canada. They were still going to keep distribution up in Canada.
Well, you know how they're doing that move, because they want to sell their crap here.
Well, also,
if they produce it here, right, there's no tariffs on it or things. Right now, that was one of the big things. They're like, look, man, no one's buying our crap.
What is the? They get all the water from one Canadian river or lake. Is that Manitoba or something like that? So all the water comes from one place, and they use all Canadian grains. Mm-hmm. So if they move the production facility, that means they're going to have to haul all that crap down there, or they're going to have to outsource it and not use the same ingredients, which changes the.
Like Jameson's not owned by an Irish family or anything anymore.
Yeah,
but it's still made in Ireland.
Correct. Right.
And I'm with Miles, like, especially when it comes to whiskeys and bourbons. A huge thing is the water and where you make
Jack Daniels. I mean, it comes from one stream. It has for hundreds of years. That's every bottle of Jack Daniels you have comes from the same water source.
So does Budweiser. It's one stream. It's a urine stream, but yes.
Florida man was arrested for allegedly stealing $1,000 worth of meat from BJ's Meat Market while completely naked except for a face mask. Dude, you should have known it's Florida. It's illegal to wear a face mask.
Fallon.
Seth. That's Seth Meyers.
A Florida man was arrested recently after he allegedly stole $1,000 from BJ's Meat Market while completely naked, except for a face mask. Dude, you should have known it's Florida. It's illegal to wear a face mask.
American Airlines is launching free high-speed Wi-Fi for passengers. Spirit was like, we also have free Wi-Fi when we fly close to an American Airlines plane.
Fallon.
Yeah, Fallon.
That's Fallon.
American Airlines just announced that they're launching free high-speed Wi-Fi for passengers. Yeah, Spirit was like, we also have free Wi-Fi when we fly close to an American Airlines plane.
A Michigan man recently dropped an engagement ring through the grates on a bridge while proposing to his girlfriend. On the bright side, he doesn't need it anymore.
Seth.
Yeah,
that's Seth.
A Michigan man recently dropped an engagement ring through the grates of a bridge while proposing to his girlfriend. On the bright side, he doesn't need it anymore.
So I saw Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie.
I did not. That came out, was that late 80s, early 90s?
I want to say it's like mid-90s.
And that was, what was the name of the woman?
80s.
Christy Swanson?
She was in the movie.
Right.
Right. Sarah Michelle Gellar
did the
TV show. Speaking of Sarah, she would like you to know that the new Buffy, New Sunnydale, is not a sequel or a reboot. It's a continuation. So obviously you go, what's the difference? She said it's not a reboot. It's not picking up where all the same characters right away. It is not like a sequel. She says that's why the name is very important to me. Buffy, New Sunnydale. It's Buffy, but it's also something else.
Is she in the
she also admitted she's going back on her pledge not to revive Buffy. Quote, I will eat my words, and I'm okay with that. I learned my lesson. I never saw how and why it could be as good as the original.
I think a lot of people do that. You know, like William Shatner, never play Kirk again. Then the movies came up, and I get it. At some point, you want to put distance between yourself and whatever everyone keeps going on about. But now it's been, 20 years?
So is the reboot the movie or is the reboot the TV show?
The TV show.
Okay.
She was on the show.
Okay.
Well, and like in her defense, she's not even saying she didn't want to do the character. She was just like, we just did such a good job, we can't do it again. And then she read the scripts and was like, actually, it's pretty good.
Hey, well, that's a good sign then.
Yeah. Because, I mean, to her credit, right, she was in a bunch of movies and everything else and got away from it.
How many seasons was that? I never watched Buffy. I know my wife did. Because she'll bring up whatever and say, that actor's from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But she was pretty religious about watching it, I guess, when it was on. But it had to be 5, 6,
I don't
7.
know. I'd have to look that one up.
Yeah.
I'm not super positive on that one.
It was on longer than I thought it would be.
I feel like a lot of shows are. And there's very few shows like I liked The Office for years.
Yeah.
But I fell off with that. Right? Like How I Met Your Mother, I fell off of.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of, especially comedies. But credit to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't watch it religiously, but even if I put on a new episode of that, it is still very funny.
I still have not watched it yet, and everyone tells me you should absolutely watch the show. I know I will get around to it, but yeah, everything I've heard about it is good.
Yeah, and I think it's just some of those, what do they call them, irrelevant or... Irreverent comedies.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm fighting a cold. My head's just clogged up in a mess. Some of those comedies, too, there is continuations of storylines, but it's not like...
It doesn't matter.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if you could pop on a brand new episode of It's Always Sunny, and you could watch one episode and be hilarious, you'd be able to figure out what the characters are doing.
Right. Okay.
Right? And sometimes, and to their credit, sometimes there's reference points, but I don't know, when they first brought them up, you didn't even know what they were referencing.
Sure.
So, I mean, to me, it's like any of those dumb comedies, again, like Trailer Park Boys, right?
Yep.
I mean, I watched every episode of that. It was always kind of the same. Even Seinfeld, for that much. Like, Seinfeld had reoccurring characters, but you missed a week. It
didn't matter whether you knew, because they were funny in the moment they were there.
Right, whereas like The Office was like a storyline, and they were going to fall in love, and this and that, so you kind of had to pay more attention.
Sure.
You should watch It's Always Sunny. I guarantee you,
I need
after, like,
to, man.
You know, knowing your wife, she's asleep on the couch snoring, kids are in bed, like, and they're quick, right? You know, especially on a streaming service or whatever. So I mean, like, you could pump through them pretty good. All right. Let's see, Survivor. So next month, Survivor's going to launch a nationwide contest where they're hiding immunity idols in each of the 50 states, and it's up to you to find them.
So anyone plays.
Correct. It's up to a normal person. It's called the Survivor 50 Challenge. It's 50 for 50 states to coincide with the 50th season of the show, which premieres on February 25th.
What do you win if I find an immunity idol? I mean, is it a cash prize? Is it...
Let's see. There'll be 51 prizes, one for each finding the state's hidden idol, and one winner, one of the winners of a virtual contest.
I'm assuming you probably need to live in that state. You can't just go look for, something in Oregon if you live in Seattle.
Basically, it doesn't say it in here. I'd probably look at the rules.
Yeah.
But if you win it, you don't have to be the first one to find the idol. Everyone who does, it takes a photo with it to prove it, will be entered to drawing to determine that state's winner.
Okay, I got you.
Right? And then the winner of each state gets a free trip to L.A. for some kind of Survivor event. The grand prize hasn't been announced.
They used to do that at the first radio station I worked at. I don't know if that's even legal anymore, but they would hide a set of keys to like a brand new Pontiac Bonneville. And on the air, they would offer clues as to where it could be and what it could be hidden in. Now, the key was that it couldn't be on public property, or it couldn't be on private property.
Right, it could only be public.
It had to be on public property. So it could be at a park. It could be in the...
Where were some of the places you hid keys? When you think
Well, the thing is that the general manager, Dale Miller, he hid the key, I think, 6 months to a year in advance.
Okay.
And the reason was good. He would get followed.
Oh, really?
He would get followed home because people knew that he was the one, because he would get on the air and talk about it. I hid the key, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So he made it public knowledge that he was in charge of this deal. And people would tail his ass.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a little weird, man.
Well, that was one of the weird things about it. But he was like, I got some guy on my ass. And I just realized, he's looking for the treasure hunt clues or whatever.
I mean, we did it with tickets before.
Did we?
When we were in Baltimore. Yeah. I would go out somewhere and...
I don't
people would have
remember
to
that at
find
all.
me. Yeah.
Huh. I don't remember a lot of things. I mean, I'll be honest.
I mean, they were just Maryland football tickets, so it wasn't anything too exciting.
Still,
Yeah. I just remember one time we did it, and this guy sent an old woman, and it was just the same dude that would show up, and he was creepy. And I thoroughly, when I hung up the phone with you guys, told him my thoughts.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I remember I got back to the studio, and somebody's like, you probably shouldn't have done that. That guy could get you in trouble. And I was like, I was just pissed.
Right.
Plus, it's like, don't send an old lady to get tickets. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't win them. Speaking of scavenger hunts, I started a new show last night on Netflix called Gold and Greed. So I don't know if you guys remember, there was this guy down in Santa Fe, New Mexico, right? And he was an artist and this and that. And then he buried treasure somewhere in like the Rocky Mountains.
I know the story, yeah.
So people in that area kind of knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started going on, was it Good Morning America? One of the morning shows, and they would give like updates. And then it got really intense. Like I'm only on episode 1. I'm waiting to get in episode 2 and 3. But I mean, people are coming from all over the place. Obviously, in some of the previews, it shows you can see the frustration on some of these cops too. As they're just like, get out, and people are just like, whoa, because there's clues, right? There's a poem. They had this famous poem with all this different stuff. So people would go into areas they probably shouldn't have been in, and they were like, well, the poem said to go here. And like, you can just hear this one cop, he's like, right? Like, it's not in here.
Right.
And like, you're reading the poem wrong. So I don't know, good or bad. And then there's kind of a cliffhanger in it. It seems like whoever actually found it is going to end up hiding it again.
Is that part of the agreement, or is it just find it to prove you can find it and then hide it again?
I haven't watched it all, so I don't know. I just know the way they set it up is like there's a big twist at the end of this, and it appears they're like, we didn't even know that. And at the beginning of it, it blatantly tells you like, there's a twist at the end of this. We do not recommend you go try to find anything. We're just simply showing you and telling you the story. Like, we are not endorsing this.
Right.
So my feeling is that at the end of it, one of the people that found it is going to be like, well, guess what? Well, and he buried like a bunch of gold and stuff too.
Yeah,
so the prices have gone up and down, but that was kind of the thing. It's like, is it $1 million? Is it $2 million? And then I want to say it kind of peaks around the pandemic, so people had a lot of free time.
True.
Yeah. I mean, the main lady that's like looking for it, she's already in her 60s and retired. And it's just crazy. Like, there's footage of her, and she's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, she's riding through or what's the other national park? Not Yellow, where the big wall is, Miles.
Oh, Yosemite?
Yosemite, yeah.
Oh, right.
And she's like looking at buffalo and crashing on her bike. I mean, it's insanity. And then I think somebody just puts it best. They're like, look, you could look through history, right? Whether it's finding pirate stuff or ask Geraldo about finding Al Capone's tomb. Like, generally, treasure hunting, it doesn't go well for the hunters. Like, it kind of always ends badly.
I think it's more like the adrenaline rush of doing it.
Like Pokemon.
Right? Because you're right. It's in the end, it doesn't work out well often. When it does, right, it's amazing, but that happens so infrequently. I got to think just the thrill of the hunt is the thing. Good to see guys like, Discovery Channel, all these guys, a pirate ship sank somewhere in this 100-mile area. They have all those submersibles. They do their thing, but they're out there for like a month at a time until the seasons change. And I'm like, they didn't find anything, but they were super focused and enjoying their time hunting.
Yeah,
I don't know
there's
how
also
you
that show on
finance
history, right? The Curse of Oak Island or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they're like on season 5 or 6. I don't think they found anything.
So what are is it
it's
gold
a buried
they're looking
treasure.
for or something? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I've never watched the show all the way through, all right? So I've seen the show like maybe 10 minutes at a time, and it's interesting, but the guys on the show never mention what it is they're looking for. So I'm like, this is interesting. I have no idea what the hell you guys are looking
I had
for.
a DVD called Booty Hunt. They always found what they were looking for.
Yeah, but like, I watch like that Gold Rush show, but like, they're working.
Yeah, that's what they
do.
do.
They have plots of land, and they're, you know what I mean? They're going. They find some gold. They just don't find as much as they're hoping for. Pay dirt, as they call it. You got the Fiesta Bowl tonight. You got the Ole Miss taking on Miami. Hotty toddy.
Okay, thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to Germany, where 50 sheep wander into the local grocery store. You should had to see a picture of that, man. They're everywhere. They walk through the front door.
How many sheep?
50.
God dang.
That's sheer madness.
To Times Square, where a pot deal gone wrong is not worth being stabbed for. Louisiana woman who's naked and thinks she's a mermaid punches a cop. When police tell you your kid is dead, but he isn't, quite the shock. And someone needs to tell animals to stay off the frozen ponds these days. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
All right, our top story. We go to Britain, where a rough situation got worse. Authorities responded to a deadly car crash in the area that left 2 teenagers dead and a third in a medically induced coma. After things were brought back under control, officers were tasked with delivering the harsh news to the parents of the teenagers about their fate. But things got a little complicated when the couple of the parents were shocked to learn that their 17-year-old son was not one of the 2 that had passed as a result of their injuries in the accident, but theirs was the one that was in the coma. They told the wrong parents
they mixed
that their kid was dead.
Oh, no, man.
They were in the process of planning his funeral. They had a charity boxing match already set up.
I mean, it's good news for them, but the other family,
parents,
man.
Jesus.
Right.
You know, your kid's in a coma, and not that you're happy, but thank God they survived, and you go there, and that's not my kid.
Now the error has left them in the emotional limbo as while their son is still technically alive, he's still not in great condition at the hospital.
Wow, man.
Which that, to me, would almost be worse.
But at least there's still a chance.
There's still a chance, which is great, but only if it pays off. Because if
you went through you're going through the grieving process,
right.
You just hope you don't have to do it again.
Correct.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, that's a bad situation.
There's nothing good in that story.
And they're screaming at the cops, and look, I understand why they did it, but it's like there's a lot more emotion in there than they did do wrong here.
I think the cops know that.
Yeah.
Right, like we're just going to take this.
That's right. We'll just take that one right on the chin.
Man.
Yeah, it's an ugly situation.
Wow, you have any more good news?
Well, here we go. In other news, authorities in Louisiana were subjected to an odd situation after they responded to calls of a woman trespassing on a property line. They arrived to find a woman sitting in a pond that violated the property line between neighbors whose home sat right there on the water. The officers had been informed that the woman was skinny dipping in the pond and was refusing to leave. But what they didn't know was why. And it turns out that the woman was, quote, trying to be a mermaid.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave you to it, ma'am.
I mean, they are naked in the water, I suppose.
Did they have a picture of her?
They did.
They're not naked, dude. They have she-shell bras.
Oh, you know what?
You know what?
Fair call.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
I think
And a
Disney
fin.
just did that to be, PC about it.
So they could show children?
Exactly. Let's see. Yeah, they do have a picture of her. And
I was going to say, there's no way she's good looking.
she's not terrible looking, I'll say that.
I'd have to see her body.
Yeah, it's a fair call.
Yeah.
And,
It was a private pond. It was on
right.
someone's property. They called and said, we can't get her out of here. The police come.
Exactly.
I mean, let's be honest. Even if it was a super hot chick, you'd still be like, dude, get off of my property.
Right, get the hell out of here.
At some point. I would not be quick about it.
Miles, as soon as she's not coming inside, you're saying, well, then get the hell out of my pond.
No, for mine, as soon as my wife gets home, like, baby, there's a crazy woman out there. I'm going to kick her out. How long has she been there? 2, 3 minutes? Hours.
Well, think about the Jack Nicholson story.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well,
He's the man.
she offered.
I wasn't going to say no.
I mean-
I was keeping her distracted until cops got here. She was less than willing to get out of the water when commanded by officers and put up a fight as they tried to move her into one of the homes. The woman became irate at being removed and charged at one of the officers while naked. So the officer immediately pulled a Steve the Thrill Hill and tased the woman
There
before she
you
could get her
go.
free clothes.
Don't do it naked. You're getting tased.
She was arrested and faces several charges.
They're keeping her at the aquarium.
Right?
Yes.
Go ahead. Go be a mermaid. Have fun, kid. Over to New York, where the drugs are worth it, apparently. An incident occurred in Times Square at 2 in the morning, which... if I'm a cop and I'm getting a call about this at 2 in the morning, I'm angry.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's getting tased. But it's between two parties, which included a man and a group of individuals that he intended to purchase marijuana from. Somehow the deal went south, and it ended with the potential buyer getting slashed across the face with a knife and being stabbed in the back before his assailants took off. Police were able to arrest one suspect less than 10 minutes after the stabbing, and the other two are still on the loose. They're asking anybody with information to come forward. The man that was attacked was rushed to the hospital and is in stable condition.
And they were 1 block away from a legal dispensary.
No kidding.
Yes. 1 block. Granted, Times Square, weed's probably expensive. I understand all that. But you still are 1 block away from a legal dispensary.
Right.
I'll go and buy a little bit.
And Times Square, I don't care what time of day it is filled with cops.
Yes.
Like, why would you pick there to do a drug deal?
And for
That's
weed.
a good point, man. At
Yeah, I'm
Times
with you.
Square.
Like, okay. They're just all kinds of good
they
decisions.
sell. I know in New York City too. They people still buy this weed like illegally, and it's supposed to be stronger and this and that. But some of it is, it's not worth it.
Okay. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Maine, where another animal managed to fall into a chilling situation, as Miles said. Authorities got the call from a concerned couple after their golden retriever ran out onto a frozen pond and broke through the ice. Emergency crews were able to get to the scene in time and carefully make their way out onto the ice to help. They secured a line around the neck of the dog and were able to hoist him up and out of the frosty trap. Both the rescuers and the dog were examined for signs of hypothermia, but all came away unscathed.
Oh, there's a problem out there in the community. They need to put some commercials on or something. It was a cow yesterday.
Right. And I feel like
last week it was elk or something.
Yeah.
Like a herd of elk or 2 or 3. Or these ice cutters, all this crap. Like then when they had the helicopter one go in there.
Right.
I mean, it's just like
this year.
This year in particular.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All over the damn place. It's
It's like
your dog.
bear stories, you know,
Right.
everywhere.
And it's like, you know that there's a frozen pond there. And you know that your dog's dumb enough to go run out there.
Right.
Come on, man. Yeah, we got to put up fences or like I said, Miles, put a commercial out there or something. It's just getting ridiculous.
Come on, man.
Come on, Animal. Just think a little
dog,
bit.
you watching the TV? Listen to me.
Right. Look, that could be you. Men's Room Sports. The Fiesta Bowl between Miami and Mississippi is on tonight. How do you feel like that one might be going over there, Ted?
They seem pretty evenly matched.
Okay. Who are you rooting for? Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Hotty toddy. My nephew's a junior down there.
That's on all the ESPN channels tonight. You've got college hoops on CBS Sports and Big Ten, pro basketball on NBA Network, and the Kraken are back in action against the Minnesota Wild tonight here at home. Puck drops at 7 over on Kong. As far as your weather, should just be overcast with a low of 42 tonight. Tomorrow they're expecting a gray, cloudy day with a high right around 50. That is it for headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins.
I got it, man. Just put a vacuum cleaner out on the frozen pond. Keep all the animals away. Yeah. See you tomorrow for Ted versus the FCC and a Bad Choice Friday. Jolene up in seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man.
A Double Flush production.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way.
Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your home.